Our comprehensive election coverage brings you every key moment and every voice,
with updates from all stakeholders nationwide. This is election news you can trust, powered by the latest data and expert analysis.
Join us on Channel One TV for election coverage that keeps you informed and engaged.
We are here for every step of the journey.
Channel One TV, your election bureau.
The fact that Ghana is talking about the Fourth Republic brings up an obvious question. What is or what happened to the First Republic, the Second Republic, and the Third Republic? And will there be a Fifth or Sixth Republic? The legitimacy of this question and its potential answer are the reasons for this book. First Republican Constitution. This was an American-style executive constitution Ghana gave to itself in 1960 after having removed the last hurdle of colonialism by replacing the imperial majesty, who was the head of state, with an elected president. This presidential constitution was overthrown in February 1966.
We present to you Dr. Kofi Busia.
Second Republican Constitution. A British-style constitution with a bicephalous executive, started in 1969, overthrown in January 1972. It was designed by a consultative assembly appointed by the military junta, which overthrew the first constitution. They designed a strictly British parliamentary system with a prime minister and a ceremonial president or head of state.
And well-being of the people of Ghana.
Third Republican Constitution. The Consultative Assembly designed a classic American-style presidential constitution with a strict separation of powers between the legislature and the executive. After 2.5 years of operation, the key elements of the military junta, AFRC, staged another coup to overthrow the Third Republican Constitution in December 1981.
That I will uphold
the sovereignty,
the
integrity of Ghana.
That I will be faithful
and true to the Republic of Ghana.
And
defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
And that I dedicate myself
to the service and well-being
Fourth Republican Constitution. This was designed by a consultative assembly appointed by the military junta, PNDC, that overthrew the Third Republican Constitution. They designed a hybrid constitution which has elements of the Westminster system and the American Constitution. Why this constitution has lasted over 3 decades and whether or not it could be sustainable in Ghana's fourth effort at a full democracy are the reasons for the 77 stories. All the stories are true and are written from the perspective of a political news reporter who saw the stories but also knew the backstories and many of the antecedents to the stories. Thus, the book is comprehensive and its editorial stories published at the end indicates the verdict that the writer passes on some of the key issues. And finally, the book launch is Friday, 29th November. Make sure you do not miss it and certainly grab a copy.
Good morning to you. Good morning and welcome to Breakfast Daily. And it's a beautiful morning here in Tesoro, Accra. You're wondering what was all that about? Some people wearing some lovely fabric outfits and all of that and modeling there.
Yeah.
Well, just a quick reminder that, you know, we like to do, you know, innovative things and interesting things here. But if you did see the fabric and you're familiar with the fabric that they were wearing, well, it's all about University of Ghana. Well, they like to say that they're the only university.
The premier university. That's how they call themselves. Ghana's premier university.
I have the privilege of having attended UG and also KNUST. So
Kweku,
I have a bite on both.
Hold on, you say this all the time, but
Yes.
you keep forgetting that at some point in time when you're in UG, you didn't complete. So officially, you can't be called an alumni.
But I have, no, you see, forget about the alumni part. I have,
is it that you don't
I
like
have
the
an
fact that
index
you,
number.
is it like
I
you
have
don't like the
an
fact that you went to
I have an
KNUST?
index
Or what
number
is it for you?
from UG.
You want to be associated
And
with
I have
Ghana's
a room
premier
number
university?
508. Oponglo. Do you know Oponglo? Oponglo is Mensa Saba and XB. I have mates. Tarasco, good morning. How are you? Yeah, we're floor mates there. Yeah, so you can't deprive me. I went to UG.
I'm not depriving you, but just claim your tech.
I should take the tech one.
Yes.
No, but if I can do both, why am I doing only one?
Because that one is half. Anyway.
Yes, so good morning once again. My name is David Kwekusechi.
And my name is Jifat Kedi Akoto. You're very welcome to Friday's edition of Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 Television. This morning, again, we always love to do the show with you, and we want to get very interactive with you. So join us on our social media platforms at Channel 1 TV GH, and you can also send us WhatsApp messages using the WhatsApp number 02044470033. This morning, we'll be having a very interesting conversation on the show, and would love to hear from you when the phone lines are open. November is almost coming to an end, even though December is just around the corner. Election is coming. Situation All White Party is coming, of course.
So
and also
things.
Christmas is just around the corner. Some of us can actually feel the Christmas air
already.
Hey,
people have started putting decorations up.
Oh, yes, since November. So we'll be having some Christmas conversations right here on the show this morning. So you may want to stick and stay with us as we start your day with you.
Absolutely. Well, let's invite to join us the designers for those beautiful outfits that you saw to join us right here on the set to have a conversation. All right, so Joanna and her team, please, can you come over? All right.
Right, quickly. So before Joanna and her team comes, I was looking at the design, some of the designs, especially the one with the weaved, I don't know how to put it, but they would explain to us better.
The face mask
yes,
thing,
and all that going on, the embellishments going on down there. And I am pretty much impressed because this is a regular university fabric or cloth, and they've been able to
turn it into something amazing.
This is amazing.
Well, all right. So, Joanna, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So, explain to us exactly how you're connected to all these beautiful designs that we're seeing here. Tell us what it is you do.
Great. So, the University of Ghana institutionalized the World UG Day, which is supposed to be held on the 2nd of October each year. This year we were hampered by some industrial action, and so we scheduled it for 20th November. And so last week there was a beautiful, colorful ceremony held at the CD Conference Center. And the ladies and gentlemen you see here were designers who brought on board creative pieces that you see them wearing this morning. And they exhibited them on the day using the 75th anniversary cloth. So we had 3 designs. We have the light blue version, we have the darker blue, and then a black and white shade.
Please come forward a little bit, just slightly forward.
We had 7 amazing designers who are students. And it will interest you to know that none of them is studying anything related to fashion, but it's out of their love for fashion that they are creating all these beautiful pieces. And we are showcasing to the world to promote made in Ghana, first of all, to generate a conversation, a national conversation, that we need to consume what we produce. And so that is the essence of it. And also to bring to the fore all the amazing things that the university is doing. So this is a legacy that was born out of the 75th anniversary.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
Very beautiful designs, I must comment. But I am very much intrigued about this very one, the one with the mask. Who designed that?
Okay, so the designer is just by her Bernice.
Oh, wow.
And I'm sure she can speak to it.
That's nice. Could you kindly pass the mic to Bernice? I am very much impressed about this. This is something beautiful. But I would like to know what went on into the thought process of this design.
Okay. Creating this masterpiece, I had in mind something in the form of an avant-garde. So I decided to play with structures, lines and structures. So I decided to put up this, you can call it a basket. Yes, and then this structured sleeve, and then the marks. With this, as Madam rightfully said, none of us are studying fashion. So most of us, I'm from the distance education center. This is something that most of us are covered in our shelves, like we are not doing anything related to fashion. So this is to outdoor what we have, the talents that we have. Yeah, so that was the brain behind this face masks. Yes.
Wow.
Interesting. Interesting. So let me ask, walk us through all the different looks that we have, first of all. Then I want to find out from you if, based on what we are seeing here, by the time we get to the 80th anniversary, we'll be doing fashion at UG. So you walk us, first of all, through the different
already
designs.
UG is doing something fashion related in the
really?
Department of Family and Consumer Sciences.
Okay.
So last week we had one of the lecturers from that unit come to share her experience. You know, most often we relegate the crafts to the background. We do not encourage our young ones to go into it. There are times that even parents restrict their wards from, you know, pursuing programs that are crafts related.
Yes.
We are diffusing that conversation and then making it possible for young ones to follow their dreams and passions. So the focus for this year's conversation was actually to zoom in on the fashion industry. So we had 7 amazing designers. She is Sedem. You have Samuel. So Sedem is wearing her own creation today. A beautiful piece she made out of the 75th anniversary cloth. And this is Samuel. Samuel also created a nice piece. You can give them a 360 to look at the back, and there was something amazing. So this is our UG crest.
Yeah.
Yes, I wanted you to, yes, so this is our UG.
I was telling Jifa that I also was in UG in 94.
Exactly.
So,
You're still on this matter. You're still on this matter.
I'm there, thank you very much.
Yes, you need to purge yourself if you haven't been there, Jifa. Anyway, yes, so we have Zina as well, and then we have Joy, and Joy is standing next to another model, and we have the other model as well, and then Bernice with another model. So we had 2 Bernices, actually, 2 designers, Bernice Do and then Bernice Saki. Yes, so here they are, and we are excited to show to the world what these young people are doing at the University of Ghana.
I mean, to think that we have the anniversary cloth and somehow we've come up with so many different designs, you know. I mean, Bernice's, the first design we talked about, it looks like a typical Parisian or London catwalk kind of look, you know. And then we also have some that are like weddings you can wear, everyday events.
Are you spotting the knitting going on there?
Yes. Yeah.
So
that's like some crochet, right?
Yes, that was crocheting that was used with some...
Yes. Is that beads?
They look like
crystals, rather, crystals embedded on the beads. And this is amazing because we usually do not see crocheting fused with a regular kind of fabric or, you know, designs. So this was also very amazing. And then the judges commented. Bernice also had an amazing design, cutting out some pieces of the fabric and using it. She could speak to it, actually. And when I listened to the brain behind it, I was also very much amazed.
Tell us about that.
Yes.
Okay, so with the design and the dress, I took it out of the cloth. So initially I sketched it on an oily paper, a paper with an oily surface, and then used glue. Drew the sketches on it, made it dry, spray painted it, and then sprinkled glitters on it so that I can attach it to the dress to predict this cloth.
Okay, wait.
Wow.
Yes.
So you were there, and then you had a dream, and then the thought came to you that I should do it like that, or what? What happened?
No, so I always try to be creative, do something that is not normal in Ghana. So I was scrolling through Instagram, trying to explore different aspects of fashion, and then came across an Italian designer doing the same thing. And I was like, okay, I can infuse it to what I am doing. So then I had to think through, use the right colors for it to blend with the cloth appropriately. And the design too, it was a big struggle because I didn't know what to do to make it fuse with the cloth and be presentable and creative. So then I had to think through and then concluded on using this beautiful designs in the cloth, and then I used it to make it.
It's very beautiful.
No, it's really creative.
Very,
very amazing what you've done with it.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so David, you know, the fashion industry is a big one in Ghana. And so we are using this platform, as I mentioned, to promote wearing Ghana. And there was conversations last week, so we had a pre-session which featured a panel discussion with some amazing people in the industry. Ochame Kwame was there. You know, he has some good fashion sense. He was there. where Ghana was there, Abrantier was there. We had a rep from the Family and Consumer Sciences, as I mentioned, and Desmond, a young man who is producing amazing bags. His brand name is Heaven Made. And they spoke very passionately about what we can do as a nation to be able to push the fashion industry forward. And so we're excited about this, and we look forward to even making it more bigger in the coming years.
Wonderful. No, this is very exciting.
Very beautiful.
I think, go ahead.
I was going to say that I think we are ready. Ghana is ready to welcome these amazing talents into the fashion industry, because when we look at other countries, like she rightly said, she saw this inspiration from an Italian designer, and she's been able to recreate it. I don't know the inspiration she saw, but if it is just the same as she has done, then this is beautiful. If not, this is your own version of it. This is amazing, and all the designs here, I'm sure, were carefully thought through and uniquely crafted. I must commend the gentleman's own as well. Like, so spot on.
He emerged as winner for the day.
Oh,
and
wow.
And he took home some amazing prizes as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, congratulations to all of them. A lot had gone into their work. Yes, Joy also had some wonderful piece with some interesting revelations behind it, which you should listen to as well. So, if you
please
pass the microphone.
Please pass the mic to her for us.
Zina and then Samuel can also take up on
Okay, my inspiration was from the UG logo with the Journeyman Edinkra symbol and the Aya symbol. So my model had an extension of her sleeve, and that was from the Journeyman, and then I made patches of the logo on the skirt version, and then I spread it across. That represented our units within the University of Ghana. And then I added crystals as well. The crystals represented us as students. We come into the university not knowing much, and we go through the mill and we come out refined as crystals, and we are spread across the country, making impact. So that was the inspiration behind my design.
I love it.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Our gentleman, would you like to speak to your design as well?
So I got my inspiration with the intention of redefining how male kaftans are becoming modernized. We all have in mind that our kaftans are just regular top and downs, and there are people who wear to our social events and stuff. But I wanted to have people to have a new perception of that. It can be upgraded to a very high status quo. And that's what I had in mind. And with the program in mind was 75th anniversary. I wanted to create an impression that people would recognize what we are talking about easily, without from a distance. They will see what we're talking about. That's why I placed so much emphasis on
the 75th being down there.
Okay, so can you take off the jacket so we see what is beneath it?
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Wow.
So as you can see with the inner part too, there's so much emphasis on the
75,
And also if you look around, if you look closely, you can see that they are matching
on either side. So it's symmetrical.
Yes, it's very symmetrical. And also still, if you take a closer look, there's so much emphasis on the 75th logo.
Yes.
And that's the intention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Wow.
I love it.
Very beautiful.
It's a three-piece, so really you can either take it on, take it off, use it as you may. I love it. Right. We have another model. We would like her to also come and join us here.
I can see a lot of,
some crochet work as well.
Yes,
crochet work going into that.
Yes, she's a designer.
Oh.
And she did the one with the crocheting.
So
she would speak to the brain behind it.
Kindly pass the mic to her so we hear from her. You're welcome. Tell us your name, first of all.
Emilia Nadeli Saki.
All right, Emilia, you designed what you are wearing and what the lady is wearing. So tell us because we usually see crochet outfits done separately. I have never seen a crochet infused with print like this before. So tell us what went into making this.
Okay, so my brand is actually Clothing and Crochet.
Okay.
So I had been thinking, it's something that was in my heart that I wanted to infuse or bring it to life. And then this competition gave me the right opportunity to do so. there was lots of thoughts that went into this because I had to make a wear that would be comfortable, something that you can wear every day. Yes, so the crochet in itself was my inspiration. So how do I infuse the crochet into this, and how do I also make the 75th anniversary known? So as you can see, you see that the 75th anniversary is showing, and then on the skirt too, we have it all around. You can remove the
okay, so
exactly.
Tell us that.
You should see the whole. Yeah, so on the chart you can see it's all. Give us
a 360.
All Eugene badge all over it. Yeah. So that was my inspiration. And then after doing the crochet, I realized that it was a bit too raw. I wanted to add some stones so that it glitters small. So that is what
I see something in her hand. What's that? What's she holding?
It's a bag.
So there's a bag
oh,
as well,
it's
which
a
is
bag.
also mixed crochet and fabric.
Yes,
printed fabric.
Yes.
Wow.
I think the only thing left out is a UG shoe.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Wow. This is beautiful.
Yeah, it's really, really beautiful. Thank you so much for coming out and for showcasing this. This is really lovely. I am expecting in the next couple of years a fully fledged department at University of Ghana.
Yeah, so David, we have it already. This conversation is actually spurring it up so that they begin to ramp up and know that the nation is ready. And we look forward to seeing amazing young people trained from the department who would be showcasing beautiful pieces so that we are able to consume what we produce here, create opportunities here, create businesses, viable ones that can be sustainable. The issue about sustainability also featured heavily in the conversations last week during the panel discussion.
For me, I think the emphasis that I would like to place is on academics creating fashion.
Yes.
Do you see? Because again, part of the challenge we've had as a people is that we've relegated certain things to people who are non-academics.
Precisely.
Do you see that thing? So for University of Ghana to have a frontline program, that promoting fashion, I think for me, that's really what the conversation should be about.
Yes. So, yes, last week during the panel discussion, again, like I mentioned, it came up strongly that we should not consider the arts and crafts to be relegated to people, quote and unquote, not too academic. Because when you listen to them, you see that a lot of thought had gone into it. So we don't want to create pieces. I mean, some of them have to be mathematical because you need to align.
You do.
Exactly, so that you can get your patterns fitted very well. So we don't want to relegate it to people who do not have any interest, first of all, and who are not academically good. It's a big business that we should pay attention to. And parents were also encouraged that, look, if your wards want to go into the fashion space, let them. Because we are creating a society where we want to be able to get people who are able to make very beautiful pieces. The focus of the discussion might be different for next year, but this is setting a very good tone for the fashion industry.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming. I think
it's
high time we encourage our young ones to embrace technical skills or vocational skills because, I mean, you don't really need to have formal education to be able to do these kind of things.
But I like the fact that we are also now saying that even if you're highly educated, you can also be
in the space.
Part of this conversation.
And once you put your work out there, it speaks because, I mean, you are well trained, your sense of appreciation for details is very high, and I mean, you will do amazingly well.
It's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. We are grateful. Thank you, City.
All right.
Yes, thank you, Channel One,
we'll be
for the
speaking
support.
with Joanna Mabo and her entire team, and talking about fashion. Now, on the 24th night, we have a beautiful party that's lined up for you, right? Now, you can get in touch with them to help you prepare
for your
outfits. So it's talking about fashion. It's connected, right? So the situation All White Party is what we're talking about. It's happening on the 24th night, and you can be a part of the experience. Okay, so the team from University of Ghana, you can get in touch with them. But we're talking about situation. It's happening at the Underbridge. Yes, it's happening. And it's 8 p.m. We go live at 8 p.m., all right? And so you want to be part of that fantastic experience. We absolutely want to hear for you calling us. Let's call on the number. It's 0205 973 973 0205 973 973. Call that number right now. Make sure you're a part of the experience. We don't want you to miss out on this because you see, every year we do this event.
There's something different about Situation every year. You may think that, oh, I was there last year, I had fun, I saw everything that happened there. So what's new? What difference is going to happen that I haven't seen before at the Situation All White Party? But believe you me, if you know Channel 1 TV and City FM, how we do our stuff, we don't give you mediocre. We give you value for your money. So you want to be a part of this year's Situation All White Party. I call it the only Christmas party. You can argue with your phones or your screens at home. The only Christmas party is happening on the 24th of December. You have to be there. So call the number to book your slots. And remember, when you book your slots, you need to make payments. Before, when you're ready to make payments, you hear that, oh, sorry, we are all sold out or we are booked. Right.
All right. Now, don't forget that we also have tomorrow, the Wonder Space Show comes to you. And tomorrow, we actually have the conversation is on bats.
Ooh,
yes,
bats.
Bats. The conversation is on bats tomorrow. Now, you're wondering why bats.
Exactly. But I've been seeing a lot of bats at 37 Military Hospital. So maybe tomorrow I'll find out. I don't know. I may learn a thing or two on the Wonder Space Show about bats.
It's going to be exciting.
Very exciting.
So you don't want to miss the Wonder Space Show tomorrow, okay? So join Miss Natalie at 12 noon tomorrow to enjoy that conversation. And you know, it's very educative for your kids as well. So many things to learn all the time. All right. Well, we're going to take you straight into the papers that we have for today. And so I'm going to start with the Daily Graphic. All right, so on the front page of the Daily Graphic, we have 2024 elections. Bawumia Mahama signed peace pact. 11 other candidates also concur. All right, so that's what we have for you there. Election Security Task Force engages UTAG. And we have electricity challenges fixed, lights on across the country. This is the Energy Minister speaking. And we also have Glyco's calling for a peaceful election. And as you know, we're just about 8 days left to go for the election 2024. So those are some of the headlines on the front page of the Daily Graphic.
I have with me the news center. It says Ghana Link CEO executives receive major awards at World Business Leaders Congress 2024. Appraisal delivers exceptional results, a pivotal step for Springfield toward commercial development. And also political leaders sign peace pact. Communications Minister launches Ghana's digital economy policy. And finally, NHIA to spend over 57 million Ghana cedis on free dialysis for all CEO.
All right, now going to the Chronicle. Now, before I give you the headlines of the Chronicle, I think it's very important that even if it's for the sake of, you know, the large voter population across the country, to see leadership on the part of the flag bearers, the various flag bearers, it's important that we did what we did yesterday with the signing of the peace pact, and to see everybody in the room together, not their assigns, you know, or agents, but they themselves there and signing, agreeing to it that we are encouraging and promising to engage in a peaceful election. I think it's a very, very important thing that we did. The Chronicle has these headlines. I'll change the face of sports in Ghana when elected president again. Mahama is speaking. GFA beware. That's basically what he's telling you. Precious Minerals Marketing Company, success story via strategic investments. Dan Parade-led security task force meets TUC in Accra. And the police have been very, very active in the last, few weeks. They've been very, very proactive, in their engagements and all that. Very impressive. Mad rush for MPP T-shirts in Ashanti region. Now, the Chronicle always has a scripture. Today, let's see where they are going. Ecclesiastes 5:5. It's better not to make a vow than to make one and not fulfill it. I think I know who they are advising on this one.
For the first time, I think I figured who
you figured
Chronicle
out,
is speaking to.
So the only promise that has been made here, a vow, the only vow that has been made here says, I will change the face of sports in Ghana. And Chronicle is saying it's better not to make a promise than to make one and not fulfill it. So over to you.
Anyway, quick, I have with me the Daily Guide newspaper, and on the big story on the front page of the Daily Guide says 2024 elections, presidential candidates sign peace pact, and also Bawumia to win polls with 50.2% IPG research. Traders commend election security task force, and Awukugwa chief petitions minister over hospital name, and also Kufuor reaffirms support for Bawumia.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the Herald. The Herald starts like this. Chief Justice scatters special prosecutors' anti-corruption fight with strange transfer of judge a year after Kisia Jabeng publicly cried over frustration. Wow. Okay. We also have a Bosa South MPP parliamentary candidate accused of assault. The victim has been hospitalized. GJA demands free access for all media houses at elections. We also have here Heath Goldfield's courts Bogoso Prestia mine workers with promises. Despite concerns and Ekufuor's ban on mining lease. Okay. We have Chachu Chiketa sues Kofi Akpaloo for defamation. And those are the headlines on the front page of the Herald.
And on the front page of the Republic Press, I have Nana shakes NDC as new projects spark nationwide excitement. And there's a picture of the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, as well as the newly commissioned Flower Pot interchange as well. And robbers kill gas station owner at Gomwa Akoti, a rather sad one there. Armed robbers strike at Domabeng filling station, leaving one dead. And also Bosa South NPPPC allegedly assaults journalist. Kufuor calls Alan's bluff, insists Bawumia is the right choice for Ghana. And finally, all set for 2024 elections as parties commit to peace.
All right, then we also have the Informer here. We'll take you through that. The 22 Kayayes have become qualified drivers as Bawumia transforms lives with bold solutions. Okay, so, you know, yesterday, 2 days ago, when there was the launch of the electric buses, right, there was a story that suggested that one of the bus drivers was a former Kayayo. But we did our verifications and realized that that's not the case. She's been driving actually for she's driving buses for the last 6 years, you know, and it's not a former Kayayo, as the story sought to purport. But yes, there's also been training of some Kayayos to become drivers as well. That's what the story is saying here. Now, in avoid violence in addressing election differences, Peace Council is urging. Let's unite for victory, the poll encourages MPP. We also have Bawumia's policies supersede all, Kufuor declares, and is urging Ghanaians to vote for him. Jospon Group and Zoom Lions spread peace message ahead of election 2024. And we also have Chief Justice stresses on patriotism towards a better Ghana.
The Ghanaian publisher has these headlines. It says, debate me on economy if, and this is Bawumia slams Mahama for not understanding data. Avoid violence at all costs. Peace Council to NPP, NDC. And also Nick Danso, Ghana Link grab International Business Awards, and also Bagbing NDC hold government hostage. Afenyo Marking slams speaker. And finally, GJA demands safety of journalists, condemns invasion of Metro TV.
All right. So those are some of the headlines you've seen on the papers that we have today. We have you can go over to cgnewsroom.com for your credible news updates. We also have channel1news.com as well. Now I just have a quick birthday message to give here. It says, wishing the happiest and most glorious birthday to my beautiful friend Quincy Osei. My prayer is that God blesses you with many more joyful years, overflowing with health and abundant wealth. You are such an inspiration, and I truly treasure our friendship. I can't wait to celebrate your amazing life together in grand style. Sending you all my love on your special day. This is coming from King of Accra. Manche, you are saying things. This other one here says, wishing the happiest of birthdays to you, Madam Georgina Boache, affectionately known as Mama G. You're so much more than a mother. You're my best friend, my confidant, and a true blessing in my life. I can't imagine a world without you in it. May your day be as sweet and as joyful as you are, and may God bless you with long life and endless happiness. With love always from your daughter and son, Juliet Boache and Samuel Edu Amankwa. Happy birthday to you, madam. All right, so those are some of the messages we have. Of course. Yes, and you can get in touch with us if you have any birthday messages, any shout outs you want to give. Kindly send us a WhatsApp message 0204 447 We're going to take a quick break. When we're back, we're having a phone-in conversation. All right, we'll be talking about Christmas and price hikes. Have you started seeing the prices changing? Or maybe this year is not going to change much. We don't know. Let's have a conversation when we're back.
Introducing Rexona Non-Stop Protection 72-hour anti-perspirant with breakthrough microtechnology that forms a stronger sweat barrier, tested to the limit, even during the most intense workouts.
Still clean, dry, and fresh for longer.
Try the new Rexona 72-hour non-stop protection for clean, dry, and fresh underarms every day.
John, mema wakwaba.
Yeah, so.
Alaji, mema wakwaba.
Yeah.
John, I had a bro, one on them.
I really am a gun 19 a minimum, one thing break a crane be jar ho. Don't want to know my saba.
Alaji, I had a bro.
Yo, Medasi. Moamonim, Tamana, Amawa, which you Mumiana, Name Bobo and a Kakra. As I say, dear, my crowd said, me person me be warino. Namiko CSL. Name man sign Jan and Nasubium, no your crabeshe.
Yo, I was not for, yes, Empa. Yo, I'm a Ghana. What's wrong?
Mean to me, ain't son, cheap. Your bread baby, I would have fair way. A man who, there be. Mean to me, beauty. Forward ever, backwards never.
John, wo okwanya wo de me very fast. Ahokyere, ekom, dum so. Hwa me nana no mi. Ya free SHS ya ban ya. Kom anya school anko. E da hwe ya o ma yefe.
Ase o ma sesan be hye obo. Sa ahomache 2 o'clock kokra. Meko bank, na makwa ko yiska. E de abra magana. Na maboni dwetire ama na starting kokon ketenkete.
Hey! Akunta, you are still incompetent.
2% side mama abrabo eto chacha to say aviator. There be emaso.
Alhaji has also promised us jobs through digitalization. Ejimambe Bususe.
Alhaji there, metenso a ne masore. Emiri bia mekani abesano. Otimi to kanea light e woni phone so. Ema me ba bia wonam bia. Yo amagana. Enya me me ware amawo. Alhaji ni Jones ni wa choose.
No ababa say. Eye Alhaji number 1.
Alhaji number 1.
Esuro.
Look around.
home also need a makeover? Oh, mine clearly does. So we went to Ashroom and found the Como collection. It had everything we're looking for and more. Merchant furniture for the entire home, designed with you in mind.
Where's Como collection? Dressing up is just a breeze. Always ready with a perfect accessory.
A magic dressing mirror. One look and you're ready to face the world. Or at least the kids.
A bed perfect for young men who want
a table that turns into a treasure chest.
And finally, a sofa with this grand TV unit for family time at home.
Head over to any Ashform store now and discover the new Como collection. Ashform, feel it, know it.
Life is a celebration of moments. Big and small.
The sun is scorching, I'm feeling the heat.
With Piva Drink, every moment becomes a refreshing celebration. From the beach to your home, in every corner of your world, Piva Drink at a burst of refreshment.
And orange, give me Piva cocktail and tangerine.
Celebrate every moment with Piva Drink. Refreshment for every occasion. Piva Drink, a taste you will love.
P for Piva.
This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back. Now it's time for us to get into this segment where we like to hear from you. We want you to call us, all right? Call us and talk to us, share your experience with us. Now, especially if you're outside Accra, because you see, it's very easy for us in Accra to have an impression that things are a certain way, right? But maybe you are in the Bunu region, maybe you are in Bunu East, maybe you are in Ahafo, maybe you are in Savannah, maybe you are in Oti. What are the prices like? Maybe you're in Western North. What are the prices like? Because typically from about middle of November towards December, prices start to go up when you go on the market because you know, unlike other places. And you know, Jifa, it's interesting, there are a lot of countries in the Western world, when you go, prices are reduced for Christmas.
But on our side, it's
the prices are always going up. I know. So we want you to call us, okay? So call us now. Let's hear from you. Send us a WhatsApp message. Let's hear from you. But particularly if you're outside the city of Accra, we do want you to call. And those who are in Accra, you can also call. All right, maybe you have special experiences that you're going through, and it's the prices on anything, right? So it could be clothes, it could be Christmas decorations, it could be food. I haven't seen too many decorations, but I've seen the corporates have started.
Yes, yes.
So if you do go along the Liberation Avenue, you notice from Ridge Roundabout going like this, and they seem to be influencing each other.
Yes,
one person starts and the next person says, you know what, I can't be left out. So I
actually saw some of the decorations around Spintex early November.
Okay.
I actually made a post about it on social media. I was like, we are still very, very much in the first weeks in November, and people have started doing Christmas decorations. I mean, some people were ready even before now. But speaking of the price hikes, Kweku, so I was having a conversation with a friend the other time, and then she happens to own a shop in the Central Market, and she was telling me that, oh, shop your Christmas stuff, we'll shop your foodstuffs if you can now, because very soon when you go to the market and you ask of this particular commodity, you may not get it because they'll tell you that it's out of stock, but really it's not out of stock. There's been a conversation amongst the markets women to keep the products and then increase prices when the festives are I mean, when it's festive season.
I see.
So I think it's an intentional thing they do. But should that be the way? How do we regulate pricing, especially in festive season? Times are hard. Times are hard.
Yeah, but you see, when we say times are hard for us, the consumers, the people that must fly to countries to go and bring them also say times are also hard, because now they are buying in dollars, they're going to exchange money to get air tickets, to get luggage, cargo fares, all of those things come into it. And then there's import duties. These import duties that we have been talking about forever, that the government doesn't want to do anything about it, you know, and so that's also another issue. So let us know, right? So call us on the number. It's on the screen. It's 0269 306 312. 0269 306 312. Call us. Let us know what's your current experience, okay? Have the prices started going up? And if so, by how much? Maybe you can tell us specific goods that you maybe bought a month ago that were at a certain price, and now maybe they've gone up a few cedis more, you know, and so on. So do call us, okay, and let us know what you think.
I would like to really hear from the people who have actually experienced or gone to the market for shopping, because I haven't been to the market in a long while. So I want to know, so that it will inform my decision whether or not to shop this Christmas or just keep my money and then go with the flow. So please call us, and you can also send us your WhatsApp messages via the number 020-444-7033. 020-444-7033. That's the WhatsApp number. You can go onto our social media platforms at Channel One TVGH, and then drop a comment in the comment section on social media. Or also, you can send us a comment via X using the hashtag Breakfast Daily.
Yeah. Now, I think it's important for us to develop a more business-friendly environment, and also a more consumer-friendly strategy when it comes to pricing. So the question is, what are we not doing right that doesn't allow for our pricing to drop like other, you know, countries? Well, we have a call from Mohammed in the Volta region. Mohammed, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Okay.
Right.
I'm calling from Volta region.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah, one thing I experienced in Volta region is that even though we are not in a Black Friday, things are going hard in Volta region, in particular. If you ask, they will tell you safer have increased. All the time, that's the excuse they've been giving us in Hohoi here. Whenever you go today, you go and buy things. Tomorrow next, you go, they increase the money. A week ago, they decreased fuel. But Hohoi here, things are still going. Things are still going.
Okay.
So we are calling on Ghanaian leaders, especially Hohoi here. Hohoi. Civilians are suffering in the hands of foreigners here because we are near to the border.
Okay. Okay.
So we are suffering. Civilians are suffering in the hands of the foreigners here.
So Mohammed, so the major influence is the safer.
It's safer. Today, like Vitago here, we buy Vitago here 5 cedi and 4 cedi. If you ask, they will tell you because of the safer.
Okay. Let's look at some food items. If you take, let's say, plantain or maybe tomatoes, in the last 3 months, what will you say has been the price change?
Nothing changes, because here we buy three plantain here, 21 Ghana.
Okay.
Which means one is 7 cedis.
Wow.
I see. So and wow. Okay. Wow. But as we are approaching
one bowl of beans here is 95 Ghana.
A bowl of beans?
A bowl of beans here is 95 Ghana.
95 cedis, almost 100 cedis.
95 cedis. That was last time when I went to the market. When you have, they tell you safer have increased because there are many here. The safer users go to the town.
Mohammed, I want to understand something. The bowl of beans, describe it. How big is it? What's the quantity like?
It's not the bowl one, the Togo one. They are not using the bowl, Ghana bowl. They bring the Togo bowl. So when the Togo bowl and Ghana bowl is different. The Togo bowl is big. The Ghana bowl is bigger than the Togo bowl. So when they use the Togo bowl to measure it for you.
Okay, so
that's what is
so
happening.
Is it like an Olonka or is smaller than Olonka?
Smaller than Olonka.
Wow.
Yes, smaller than Olonka.
Wow. For 95.
So that's what we are experiencing here.
Okay.
So civilians are suffering in Hohoi. Seriously. I am born in Hohoi here, but I'm not Nigerian. I'm a Northerner.
Okay.
At school in Hohoi.
Okay.
At school in Hohoi. I was born here, but my father Northerner, mother Northerner.
Okay.
I will live here.
Mohammed, thank you so much for calling us and sharing this experience. Yeah. So these are some of the calls that we want to get from you. Let us know the practical reality on the ground, where you live, what's going on, and that's troubling. That's troubling.
Olonka.
Yeah.
Hey, wow. A bowl of beans, not even up to, because he said
it's
smaller than. So imagine if you're a family of, say, 5, that's mother, father, and maybe 3 children, and you are going to buy just a bowl of beans. You are spending close to 100 cedis to buy just the beans.
And it will last for how long? Is it a full day, maybe 2 meals? That's it.
Wow.
I'm in shock. I don't know. No, it's troubling.
The last time I bought
but I thought the agri minister said the prices have dropped on the generally.
I hope he's watching.
Yeah, because I mean, in a certain sense, we should actually be feeling the impact of the various policies that they've been implementing on the ground, planting for food and jobs. Because we are doing 2.0, you know, and it's supposed to actually make sure that we have more food, you know, stuff available in the market. You know, so this is really troubling. And if you say it's a safer, what does that also mean? You know,
means we are importing a lot of things. Yes, importing a lot of things. Cool. We have a call on the line. Let's speak to the caller. Hi, good morning, Eric.
Yeah.
Good morning. You're calling from Pokwase. Share with us, have you been to the market lately? How are the prices like?
Yeah. Yeah. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
But
Eric, reduce the volume of your TV set and speak to us through your phone. Kindly turn the volume of your TV down and speak through the phone.
Because of the market prices, my village side, the cassava is cheapest.
Okay.
The cassava is cheapest. The plantain is cheapest. But because the market people that come and buy it, these people that raise the prices. That's why. So the price, if it's a system, if this season the cassava and the plantain come, the price is low. The next season, if the tomatoes and this thing, the price, the seasons came.
All right, we lost him.
I think what he was trying to say was the on-season and off-season, you know, effect on the pricing. Yes. Yeah, but that's true. I do think, though, that if we run a better system of deliberate farming and agriculture, that would make sure that we have enough, number one, to feed ourselves across the country. That's one. Number two, if we had processing capacity to prevent post-harvest losses, right? That's the second thing. Also, irrigation, so that we can do all-year farming instead of doing rain-fed farming. You know, so these things are critical for us to do, and I don't know what the interventions are as far as this particular 3 things I mentioned is concerned. We have a caller, Morris from Dome. Morris, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, can you speak up a little bit so we can hear you?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You know, I should say me, I'm not from the villages, so I don't know the prices of things in the villages.
Sure.
But talking of Accra, you know, especially food prices in Accra as well. You know, people cannot eat maybe like 3 score meal a day. Maybe people can even eat only once a day. I quite remember of the place in Osu around Gossip where we used to eat. But then, I think 2017, a bowl of banku is 50 cedis. 50 pesos. But right now, the price of that 50 pesos of a ball of banku, and right now is 3 cedi. But when you check the size of that 50 pesos of ball of banku at that time, compare it to 3 cedi today, I think at that time of 50 pesos is even bigger than the one we are talking about today.
Okay.
And mind you buy banku 3 cedis, or maybe then chicken, or maybe intestine or whatsoever, they can sell maybe 20 cedis or 15 cedis. So imagine.
Yeah.
You know, the woman will be complaining, you know, things in the market is so expensive. So if they didn't do that way, you know, they will not make any profit. So I always have been asking, is our leaders, are they taking all these things? Prices of food be increasing each and every day.
Yeah.
And everyone and each how they sell things in the market. Maybe you go to a provision shop, maybe you buy something of maybe 10 cedis, you go to another shop, they will sell it 15 cedis. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I do.
Yeah. So I don't know what is going on. Let me say, yesterday, there's something I bought like 2 weeks ago of 8 cedis.
Yeah.
Yes, just yesterday, 2 weeks ago, yesterday, I went there. The woman said the thing is 12 cedis. I couldn't talk. I have no choice. I have to buy it.
Yeah.
So I really don't know what is going on. See, I thank God you guys are, you know, drawing attention. I really thank God you guys are doing attention. You guys are doing a good job. And God bless you guys for that.
God bless you.
I don't know
too,
if
sir.
our leaders are watching this thing.
Oh, they are. Trust me.
They have to pay attention to this. You know, the cost of living of this thing is too high.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to say this thing. When it comes to Osu, around KFC down, there's some children on the street right now. They sleep on the street. They sleep on the street. They don't go to school.
Where in Osu?
In Osu.
Okay.
First, I thought maybe they are foreigners or something. But these children speak Twi very well.
Okay.
As if maybe they're from somewhere, Kumasi or something. Sometimes I ask myself, where are the parents of these kids? And these kids, if they grew up on the street like that, what will happen? Because they don't have any education background. And they don't even have sympathy. Sometimes when I watch them fight each other, it's very bad.
Yeah.
So if this person they want to do, like, they can harm you in any way.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know what at all our leaders are doing.
Well, it's important for us to have the conversation. So as we put it out there, hopefully the relevant departments, the relevant ministries, and so on and so forth will be alerted to these things so that decisions can be taken.
And God bless you guys so much.
God bless you too. God bless you too. Thank you for calling. Thank you. All right. So, I mean, as for the price hikes, of course, as we're talking about it, nothing will change overnight. But I think it's important to make the call that, and you know, our people, they are technocrats. They know this thing better than we do, right? But if you depend on rain-fed agriculture, not only does it show that you are backward and not using your education properly, right? But it really just means that every time we'll be playing catch up, and it will be a more expensive venture to run agriculture in the country. If we don't deal with our post-harvest losses and the fact that we should be able to store our harvest and release it small into the market so that even when it's your typical off-season, you will still have the product. Say, for example, tomatoes, right? Imagine if we had proper processing factories, okay? And then if you want fresh tomatoes, there's a season. But you can also have canned, chopped and peeled tomatoes in cans that you can just buy, and it will be cheaper for everybody because it's our own product from our own farms. It's not rocket science, but when are we going to do this?
We import these things and we are happy about it.
Yeah, well,
it's just tomatoes.
Yeah, anyway. So thank you very much for calling in. We appreciate it. We're going to take a quick break. When we're back, Breakfast Daily, we have a lot more to come.
Odo, ska be prepare me the man. Never get to na to me to.
Scan on ma me unyama de gu anu. Hwe pes no. Bibia sa wo. Nyama boa ye din.
Nyama boa de ti se me ade.
Sese bibia boa ye din. Sikan suni ho. De bia ne mama ne dade ko. Mika etama ne dade ejuma wa banku no. No ma ye ni ju ofie. Eni ti musunyete. Ana MPP ni Dr. Baunia.
Bank of Ghana blamed for the collapse of 420 financial institutions between 2017 and 2020.
Ana me papa jume ekuye. Sisi ya oya driver. Debi aye tu pechumu. Ekwane sunye. Debi ane kana se.
And food costs skyrocketing, everyday Ghanaians are struggling to survive.
Yeah, brepa. Sa abatowe. Yen to aba. If you say yen kola. Enti yes remu. Yen penin fonina. Muntu aba ema obia. Usu nyame. Obeju nye danche ho. Muntu aba ema. George Dramani Mahama, any NDC, na aksi tremu enyenre, emayeni na.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Facility Pro Management Services Limited, the most outstanding facility management company in Africa. We have over 12 years' experience in professional facility management services, such as cleaning, fumigation, and pest control to landscaping, post-construction cleanings, and electronic security installations. With highly trained personnel, exceptional customer service, and operations in all 16 regions of Ghana, we offer you value for money always. Facility Pro, trusted by top brands like Scania West Africa, Orca Deco, Robert Bosch Ghana, National Communications Authority, First National Bank, Consolidated Bank Ghana, Zenith Bank, Brain Hill International School, Villac International School, just to mention a few. Let us maintain the value of your property. Facility Pro, maintaining the value of your property.
Luck is everywhere.
8K. Hey, wait.
You go put it on his tab. This is my man. Good
luck.
We'll wait here. We have star 712. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. And now with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Oh.
Let me choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
No, maybe straight to option 4. Now, you need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or prefer ticket. I'm choosing random ticket. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. T&Cs apply.
In a fast-growing urban environment like Accra, you might think that your CCTV or electric fence would prevent crime. Hear the real stories from those who now feel safe like never before with Response One.
We had CCTV and electric fence. We thought we were safe. But when the robbers came in, they cut our fence and they didn't care. I was terrified for my baby's life. The CCTV recorded everything. But Response One monitored alarm system, which is connected to our electric fence, that saved us. The swift response from the alarm system triggered a signal instantly. They dispatched their response team immediately. We now feel safe. Now we truly feel protected.
Don't wait for tragedy to strike. Protect your home with Response One's monitored alarm system and our theft protection guarantee. Immediate response, real protection. Response One, stay connected, stay protected.
In the heart of our communities, change is not just a dream, it's a promise.
I don't have to worry about rising costs and taxes.
Dr. Baumia's flat rate tax system is a breath of fresh air. It means I can keep more of what I earn and invest back into my business.
I've seen so many changes in my lifetime, but what matters most is to feel secured. Dr. Baumia's initiative for the elderly is to make sure we are not forgotten. He's giving us the exact care that we deserve.
With digital skills training, I am no longer worried about the future. Dr. Baumia empowers us to thrive in a digital world, making us ready for tomorrow's jobs.
Job opportunities are crucial for my generation. Dr. Baumia is committing to creating job opportunities and entrepreneurship. With his vision, we can build our dreams.
Together, we can transform our nation. Dr. Baumia's plan aren't just policies. They are pathway for prosperity for every Ghanaian.
It's time for leadership that listens and acts. A vision for all of us, where every voice matters and every dream is possible. Vote Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Essuroho. Vote number 1 on the ballot.
Welcome back from that break. I'm not going to talk plenty before I introduce my guest for this segment because, look, it's just one conversation we are going to have this morning, and it's about the biggest party in Ghana. As I said earlier, you can argue with your phones and nobody will understand. It's the biggest party in Ghana, whether Christmas or not, the biggest and only Christmas party in Ghana. Joining us in the studio this morning is Frema Edunyame, head of events and partnership right here at Channel 1 Television and City 97.3 FM. Chris likes to call her Frema International. Frema International.
So we are calling her
Frema International.
Why you, this I mean, infringing on Chris's rights, you know, because it's exclusive to her. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, David. Good morning,
Sorry,
Lisa. I'm good. How are you?
Lovely,
Yeah.
as always.
Well, I mean, you guys are popping on the TV. You know?
We are learning from you.
No, I mean,
you who news feed in a CNN sana, not just say, am I a quando? And say, you want me up.
no, considering we're talking about things I exercise, I said, no, these guys don't.
No, Frema, don't do that.
These are not your ordinary Ghanaians.
Frema, don't do that.
Don't look at these people enjoying the
Frema,
system.
don't do
No,
that.
because you don't look like the system.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, but it's true.
Don't do that.
Yeah. You know, I see adverts on TV and they say that, the chroma, but when they see the woman's gold chain and the cloth, I say, what else are you looking for? Melt the gold.
Maybe stainless.
No, because it doesn't look chroma. Yeah.
Anyway, Frema, speaking of chroma, still your beji.
No, you see, I always say that Ghana is broke, Ghanaians are not broke. Don't make that mistake.
Oh, please repeat that.
Thank you.
Please repeat
Say that
it.
again.
Please
Ghana
repeat
is
it.
broke. Ghanaians are not broke.
So
don't let anybody deceive you that the system is hard. No, because those people, you can't meet them at the party.
I tap into that.
Please do.
Yes.
Please do.
I am not broke.
No, I'm not broke.
Is the
Ghana
country
is
that is
broke.
Ghana can be
but
broke.
not me.
But not me.
Jesus' name.
Regardless of whatever happens after 7 January, we'll still go party, you understand?
Exactly.
It's got nothing to do with us. We pray in that.
All right,
Of
so
course, yeah.
yes, let's talk about the biggest party to shut down all other parties for the year.
Well, you know, sometimes when I have to come sit here to talk about situation, I really don't know, honestly, what to say. Because even before we broke comms, the number of people who called, all right, to ask how much will the packages be? So what's happening at the situation? Are we doing it? When are you guys announcing the thing? I was like, yo, so you sit in your homes and you think that nobody's going to party.
Yeah, I know, right?
Look, you're the last person on the list because people are really going to party.
Yeah.
And considering the pressure that we've gone through this year, you know, I mean, it's in order that we end the year on a high. Now, apart from just coming in to party, a lot of incidents have occurred, you know, this year. We've seen a lot of devastating issues, stuff have happened, news that we've read, things we've seen on TV and all. Very, very heartbreaking, you know. But in all, without sounding we are better off than those who have departed, with those who find themselves in various kinds of misfortunes, you know, we also appreciate the fact that God has been grateful to us. God has been there all throughout, has been very faithful. It's a way of expressing ourselves to say that thank you, Lord. We appreciate what you have done for us. Sometimes it's not just about going to church, you know, on Christmas Day or 31st. But in everything we do, the good book says that in all things give thanks. So while you are situation, while you are just jumping up, you can even raise your glasses to do cheers with other people. It's a way to say that we are grateful to be here this day.
Yeah, absolutely. I know, I agree with you. And I think that it's important for us to contextualize everything. The elections is coming. It's been a difficult year. There's been threats and counter threats, accusations and counter accusations, all of those things.
And there'll be more.
And but we're also saying that, look, like you said, let's be grateful. And one of the ways of saying to God, we are truly grateful, is click your glass
of course,
with your friend and say, cheers.
Exactly.
To another wonderful year.
We need to just express how gracious God has been. You understand? And the fact that, David, you are here, I'm also here. All right? It's a moment for us to meet our friends, to network, to say that we thank God we are here.
Of course.
The fact that you could drive to the party ground, the fact that you could walk to the party grounds or run to the party ground is a sign that I'm happy for you, you're happy for me, and let's express it. You know, we are people who are not too expressive, you know, and we don't blame us because that's how we've been wired, you know, that's how our system. When you walk on the streets and you are holding your woman or your guy's hand, it's going to be naturally. I mean, you hear people even say that you are with someone, okay, this is your partner, but if you show too much love, and I always sit back and say, and so, but what's wrong with that? Okay. So I think we need to reorient ourselves and say that if I'm happy, if I'm excited, let me show it. You know, it doesn't mean that you have money and you are throwing money away. Look, we've worked too hard from January to December. And if you just take you and your other 7 friends, you know, contribute money to buy a table, really, what have you done? Nothing. People are traveling, people are spending. Okay, step out in the night and see how people are enjoying life. You sit in your home and think that this is life. No. Go beyond your 4 walls and know that you're the only person sleeping.
Exactly.
I also love the fact that we've chosen Christmas Eve to do this. Right? And I say that because, look, our entire calendar is built around the person who showed up on Christmas Day. Do you understand? Our lives and the calendar that we run is built around that character. Christ, right? And we even call it Christ Mass, the celebration of Christ. So on the eve of Christ, what a better way to do this?
Absolutely. You know, and it's a beautiful, I mean, those in the United States are celebrating their Thanksgiving and all. We don't have Thanksgiving, we have Christmas. And we are big on that. And so we should step out and say that, yes, the Christ is going to be born. Now, ahead of his arrival, this is how we are welcoming him. You know, Christ will be born and we'll be the first to celebrate him as situation.
Okay, Frema, speaking of which, somebody is watching us at home this morning and it's like, people are talking about situations. How do I be a part of Situation
Easily. Situation this year is happening at the Underbridge Event Center at East Legon. You know, it also affords you the opportunity to use the new road.
Exactly.
All right? So if you're coming from Cantonment or, I mean, you have no business, you know, going
on that side of town.
So for, I am going from Tesano, but I'll still go drive out to like Laboni and come through 37, you know, and just let my spirit come alive. That on this day, I've used the road and I'm going to party. I'll fly over to the event ground. It's happening on the 24th of December. You know, Christmas Eve, gates open at exactly 8 p.m. Now, all you need to do is to give us a call on 0205 973 973. 0205 973 973. Now, a lot of people bring the concept of December to Remember, D2R to Situation. These are 2 different programs, okay? Now, you remember that with D2R will be in the auditorium, the artists will just come through and then they go. It's a musical concert. Situation is not a musical
It's
concert.
a party.
It is a party. All right. So regardless of wherever you sit, and the most important thing is the goodies that we are promising, you get your money's worth. And so with Situation, we are looking at the packages, the tables. That's why we are not having it in a hall. Per se, we are having it outside so that we can have our tables, we can have our chairs. You can get up, go to your friend's table, go give high five, even when there are performances going on. When it's musical concert, that is not what you're looking at.
That,
everybody's eye is on the stage, but this is not what is going to happen. And so when it comes for Situation, for me, my highlights really are always DJ Mengo, Nana Tufo, you know, that vibe, and in Chinchim on stage. Every other artist who passed through is just an icing on the cake. Because the real party, and it's beautiful that when it's an election year, we even have extra songs, you know, to dance to. And I always love that. We don't care who got what. Once the song is nice,
you know,
we will enjoy it.
About this
2020, I remember 2020. Oh man, after the elections, all the campaign songs were dropped
there. And the beauty of the whole thing is I'm happy that yesterday we saw the candidates, you know, sign the peace pact. But the beauty of our democracy is better exhibited at the Situation ground, because nobody cares whose song it is, and the energy with which we run to go and dance, that's the whole excitement. All right, but this year we are also having so you know, Situation cuts across from 18 years old to like 70 years old. I mean, that's the city family for you. We have young people, we have, you know, age mate, my age mate, your age mate, David's age mate, and David's seniors as well. I'm not your age mate.
Your age mate and my age mate are the same.
They're not the same, senior. They're not the same. No. Senior. No. Your age mates are like Parkour, Mr. Aidan, you know, my name is Sambo.
Yeah, I want to bring Mr. Aidan into the mix.
Your age mate. Admin manager, good morning, sir. You understand? My age mates, you know, Ivy, you know, Bernard, you know, I mean, that squad, and then we have maybe Jifa's age mates, you know.
I can't believe it though. She's sitting here doing this to me.
But she hasn't said anything bad.
Are you not thankful to God that you are living
As
your
for
life?
thankful, I'm thankful,
So
but
let's
I am
end
not
it
Mr. Aidan's age mate, please.
What about Paco?
Paco, I don't know.
Anyway,
you know, so that is what is going to happen. So we also try to bring in artists to meet everyone's expectation. Okay, now the beautiful thing is when you have Inchinchim on stage, you really don't need anyone else. When you have DJ Mingle, you really don't need anyone else.
True.
But we are bringing somebody from the old school. All right? Yes.
I like it.
And, you know, Situation is all about jamming, it's about partying and all that. And one person that I'm sure you've definitely missed, is coming in. So we look at all kinds of things, you know, who is singing in which language, who is from which era, who is doing what. So we have a Danny Best, you know, coming through this year. And then we have Bisakede coming in. Exactly. You know, Bisakede has Mansamiko Mikro Mako Dinasa, you understand? So we are going. If the party they be, we are not coming back. You get it? We are sleeping there. And trust me, that's what Situation is going to bring. And we have the longest group standing. You know, Ghana, the difficult thing with our groups is the fact that for some reason, when we are beginning to enjoy them, that is when they decide that we also don't want to be here. For why they do that, we are still trying to decode this. Just when we love them so much, then something will happen. If it's not women matter, it's money. If it's not money, we don't know what it is. You know, so we still have Keche coming in. You know, because I mean, they're showstoppers, and they, you know what they did last year.
Last year, they
making sure that everybody is on their feet, and we are having. Who does that to form a whole long, you know, a line to say that everybody should get up, come and dance.
The whole place.
So this is happening for now. You know, we are always giving goodies.
More goodies.
So for now, this is what is happening.
Right.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
But we want to say thank you to our sponsors. We will keep updating our list, but for now, we say thank you very much to Orica. They are the sole distributors of Carlsberg beer and Kate's beer, and also to Series.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you very much
so
for coming.
You're welcome.
Right. So you heard from her on the 24th of December, go or come, let's party. Let's shut down the whole of Accra. The number to call is 020-973-973.
You missed one.
You missed the 5.
0205-973-973. 0205-973-973. Book your slot and pay now. See you right after the break. We have more on Breakfast Daily.
Attention, my Ghana people. Election day is almost here. This December 7th from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. sharp. Each of us has the power to shape the future of our nation. Your vote in the presidential and parliamentary elections can make a real difference. Now, this is how to ensure that your vote counts. When you arrive at the polling station, verify your identity. Even if your voter ID card is missing, go to your polling station. You will be allowed to vote. Now, receive a ballot paper. Take a moment to check that it has a validating stamp at the back. This is very important, and make sure that it is clean and undamaged.
Step up to the voting screen.
Place your thumb on the ink pad and carefully place it in the box next to your chosen candidate's name, photo, and symbol. Be very careful to keep your thumbprint within the box. Remember to wipe your thumb with the tissue provided in the voting screen before you touch the ballot paper again. Then fold the ballot lengthwise and place it in the ballot box. Be very, very mindful. Your vote will be rejected if you thumbprint for more than one candidate, leave it blank, or if it's missing a validating stamp at the back. So take note. After voting, officials will conduct a transparent count. Ballots will be verified, sorted, and counted, with party agents carefully observing every step of the process. And yes, remember, this election is your opportunity to choose leaders who represent you. So step out on December 7th to vote and let your voice be heard. Your vote is your future. Remember, we vote with our thumbs, not guns. Weapons have no place at the polling station.
Introducing Rexona Non-Stop Protection 72-hour antiperspirant with breakthrough microtechnology that forms a stronger sweat barrier. Tested to the limit, even during the most intense workout.
Still clean, dry, and fresh for longer.
Try the new Rexona 72-hour non-stop protection for clean, dry, and fresh underarms every day.
My brothers and sisters, at a time when we are suffering due to the bad policies of the Baumia-led economic management team, leading figures of the NPP like Chairman Wontumi are destroying our water bodies in search of gold to satisfy their greed. To add insult to injury, they openly brandish their ill-gotten wealth which they acquired from poisoning our water bodies in our faces and mock us on top of it.
When your friend of gold, when your friend of gold, when you're teso, etinye krata noa yawono enema Ghana enyesiko. What you say? When your friend of gold, what you say? And it's a solid money. Solid money. Solid money. What you say? Sas kana yeno. What you say? Solid money. Solid. What you solid money? Money for be solid. Solid money. I'm talking about solid money. What you say? And your casa want to me was sika. Anya bango. And your gold. And to some gold here I can't watch me. What it? Mommy for be so boy. Solid money. We are talking about solid money. Solid money.
To stop this impunity, you and I must vote for change on December 7. Even Kennedy Japan of the NPP is calling for change.
I'm telling you, the situation we are in now, Ghanaians don't need change. Change needs Ghanaians.
Repeat that, please. So, and Ghanaians don't need change.
Ghanaians don't need change.
Change needs
us. It means that we've gone past change.
the situation is worse. That the change itself now is saying that please come and let me change you. Yes. And when you talk to people, they all admit that we need change.
Vote wisely and vote John Mahama.
Welcome back. It's still Breakfast Daily, and we're about to get into a really fantastic conversation. Now, the island of Barbados is celebrating the anniversary of being independent. Tomorrow, actually, is their Independence Day. And it's exciting, you know, that we have the High Commissioner who literally just got here a few months ago, has joined us in the studio, and we're going to get into a really fantastic conversation. I'm looking forward to this. Now, when she walked in initially, she's fans of us, but me, I'm rather a fan of her, you know, and the whole island of Barbados. So let me introduce to you, we have Her Excellency Juliet Bynum Sutherland, and she's joined us in the studio. Your Excellency, you're welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Yes, thank you very much.
How are you?
I'm fine. It's an
Wonderful.
honor to be here.
Well, it's an honor, it's a privilege for me to be hosting you.
Yes.
Now, let's get right into the conversation. You got here 3 months ago. How has Ghana been so far?
Oh gosh, it has been beautiful. I had been here for work before,
okay,
but I had never had the opportunity to stay for any extended period.
Okay.
And I like to say to people, I've been to other parts of Africa, but there's something about Ghana that feels like home. I feel like I found my place, I found my space. People come up to me and say, hey, you look like a fancy woman. So
I think so. I think so, yes.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
So it feels like home.
Yeah.
So much similarities.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, when you say so many similarities, what would be some of the ones that are top of mind? You know,
I would say the food.
Okay.
We seem to love spicy food. It seems like a lot of our food has originated from although we're a melting pot in the Caribbean, there's a lot like what you call wachi. We call rice and peas.
Okay.
So you do green seasoning, and we do a green seasoning. Our national dish is kaku and flying fish. And the kaku is made of corn maize, so it's similar to banku, and we put okra with it. So there's so much, and my waistline. My waistline.
Your waistline is being affected.
Has been affected by my enjoyment of Ghana a little too much. But I wanted to say, I'm also gotten a chance to be immersed in the culture and to learn a lot about, you know, your artists here. I've met Epior. I've gotten the opportunity to recently meet at the Emmys, other Ghanaian artists. So it's really been a wonderful experience.
In terms of the broad space of art and culture, what would you say are similar or different between Ghana and Barbados?
For us, we're African people essentially. We were transported. And so what we brought over to Barbados was a lot of things like the spoken word, the oral tradition. So that's why you hear me mention Epior Kor, Nana Sase, and others, because before there was a Rihanna, which everyone across the globe knows, we were known as a country through Edward Kamal Brathwaite, who is a spoken word, a poet, who studied at GCSE in universities. So he had put our name in the map. So there are a lot of similarities because we are African people, the oral tradition, the use of drums in our music. The soca and the calypso really is very, very close to high life. When I take on a high life band, I know I'm an ambassador and I'm expected to be dignified, but so often I have to like restrain myself. So you can see the distinct transference of the culture from Africa and then what happened in the Caribbean, that it met a melting pot and we really transferred it and made Barbadian culture.
Yeah, fantastic. Now I know it's early days, but what are some of the exciting things for you as an ambassador, a high commissioner, in terms of your expectation of Ghana-Barbados relationship, relations?
Yes. Well, I'm a planner, so essentially we have a three-pronged approach. We are the first High Commission. I'm the first ambassador. So essentially, we're going to build out a solid infrastructure because whoever comes after us has to build on what we do. So we're going to develop MOUs with government. We've already started in sports and culture and tourism, the things that we can share and cooperate on together. And then we're going to, from that platform, we're going to essentially look to build out business-to-business relationships. We're going to let Ghana know that Barbados is open for business.
Fantastic.
And because of our infrastructure, because of our stability, because of our business-friendly tax regimes, we can literally concierge for businesses in Ghana an excellent and profitable experience that's mutually beneficial to both Barbados and Ghana.
Fantastic. Looking at the anniversary tomorrow, do you have any interesting things lined up?
Well, this show is actually the end of a week of activities. We started in church because we believe we can do all things.
Which is a very Ghanaian thing as well.
Yes, we foundationally believe in the importance of faith in all that we do. And then we launched a series in honor of Edward Kamal Brathwaite on Wednesday, yesterday. We would have had a webinar where we discussed about our Ghana Nurse program because there's a 155 ambassadors of Ghana that just landed in Barbados to help us and support our health system. And this morning, we're culminating with the opportunity to speak to Jifa and Kweku. And really, Jifa's not here, but I've already had the opportunity to tell her how much I admire her as well. So we're culminating here, and we're all going to have a watch party of our national parade tomorrow. So other activities, but this is the central ones.
Yeah. Right. Now, let's look forward to other engagements you're looking to do with Ghana, exciting times ahead. We know the December has come, and I really do believe it's come to stay, to be the December in Ghana. It has become, like almost like a highlight of our year, where everybody across the world wants to visit Ghana. They come at Christmas time, right, and all of that. I don't know if you have any interesting. What does Christmas look like in Barbados?
Oh, Christmas in Barbados, it's a time of family. It's a time that's very, very faith focused. I must say that because we're people with various religions, but all seem to come together around Christmas. Christmas tends to be all about food and eating and getting family together, family from overseas. Again, I think it is very, very similar. So we really spend that time, that Christmas day is actually most spent in church. And then we have a parade that I think originates in our national park. We're an island, 166, so we have a big national, and there's just a parade of people who come and showcase and meet and greet people who haven't seen each other in Queen's Park for years, actually take that opportunity. So when you're on island, there's one space, Christmas morning in Queen's Park, that you can meet everyone who's visiting. So it's a wonderful day, and it's a wonderful way to end the year.
Fantastic. I realized that, current president, Nana Akufo-Addo, initiated the year of return.
Yes.
And then subsequently beyond the return. And we pushed it as a nation to the diaspora, and the diaspora really bit into it, you know, and it's become the event for Ghana on a yearly basis now. At least I think it's the fourth or fifth year now that it's really become something that's come to stay. Now, for me, it's exciting in many ways, but one of the things, for the sake of this conversation, is looking to see how many islanders, particularly people from Barbados, you know, will be looking to make the trip. Maybe not necessarily this year, but if that could be something that's part of your plan subsequently, if people can come actually as a, you know, let's go to Ghana, you know, from Barbados to go visit, you know, for Christmas. You know, I don't know what that sounds like to you.
No, there's not a day in the Barbados High Commission that someone doesn't reach out to us either by LinkedIn, by telephone, and ask us about coming to Ghana. Do you have to have a visa? One of the great things is that between both countries, you don't have to have visas. So we have been actively promoting people of Barbadians coming, Barbadians not just at home, but Barbadians in the diaspora, New York, because we have a big community in New York, London, and Toronto. There's a lot of Barbadians see Ghana as their ancestral home. And when people do the DNA testing, they always find themselves in Volta region or Queru or Upper North. And so people are interested. So part of what we are doing as a High Commission is educating ourselves as much as we can to be able to share and become ambassadors, not just for Barbados, but for Ghana, so that we can really help people understand what is here, what's available. So yes, we are actively encouraging people to come. We have our own celebration next year. It's called Regathering Too. It's about people coming home as well. So all throughout their 11 parishes of Barbados. So we've made it a very community-centered event. So we'll be actively encouraging the Barbadian diaspora and friends of Barbados to also come home. No doubt, I think this thinking about gathering your diaspora probably was inspired by the work you've done here in Ghana. And the emphasis of Ghana on the diaspora is something I think as a people that you should be proud how welcoming you are.
Well, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Any final thoughts, final words? Just quick.
No, I want to thank you as we celebrate 58 years and 3 years as a republic. We did a similar thing as Ghana. It's important for us to let the Ghanaian community know that we're open for business and that we're here to engage. We're in business, investment. We're ready to have conversations in culture and the arts and tourism. There's a lot we can do mutually. And we're here as a team, the entire team. It's a small team, but as Kofi Annan says, we pack a big punch. Thank you.
I love it. Thank you very much. And Akwaba.
Thank you very much.
All right. So we'll be speaking with Her Excellency, Mrs. Juliet Bino Sutherland, the High Commissioner of Barbados to Ghana. We'll take a quick break. There's more to come on Breakfast Daily.
Every footprint tells a story. From every walk of life, they faced challenges, celebrated victories, and made their mark on the world. Welcome to Footprints, where we walk through the incredible journeys of extraordinary people. Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. as we dive into the lives of those who've left indelible marks. It's not just about where you end up, but how you got there. Footprints, celebrating the paths that shape us all. This and every Friday at 7 p.m. only on Channel One TV.
right, welcome back. And now, yesterday, we began to bring you a conversation on the community development segment, community focus segment, where we're having, we went to Bono region, and Bono regional correspondent Michael Sapon-Mfum was having conversations with various people in Sunyani East constituency specifically. And it was a fantastic conversation that we're having, but we had to curtail that to bring the media breakfast executives meeting, media executives breakfast meeting. And so we're going to go back and be part of that conversation again and then bring you the full thing this morning. My name is David Kwekusechi.
And my name is Jifa Kediakoto. Thank you for spending your morning with us right here on Breakfast Daily. Do enjoy the rest of our programming.
I'm coming to you live from the Sunyani East constituency in the Bono region, where on December 7, 116,982 registered voters will be casting their vote to elect a new member of parliament for the constituency and also elect a new president for the next 4 years. I've been interacting with the constituents to find out from them what will guide them to vote for one person or the other. Join me as I interact with the constituents within the Sunyani East constituency. What is your name?
My name is Stephanie.
What do you do?
I'm a student.
Are you going to vote in December?
Yes, please.
So what are some of the factors are you going to consider to vote in December?
There are so many factors that I'm considering, but I have only two major factors in my mind right now. It being the unemployment rates and then the high standard of living. I mean, most of us, even our parents, are even complaining about the high standard of living. And even some of the money that we have from them or we get from them is not even able to sustain us. We, the students, are not even doing anything. How much more our parents that are taking care of us or sponsoring or providing for us. So I think these two are the major reasons why I'll vote for change or vote for someone I think will actually help improve these things.
Your full name, sir? What do you do?
I am Ibn Alidu. I'm a teacher.
December 7 is around the corner. Are you going to vote, and what are some of the factors will you consider before you vote?
Oh, okay. I think going into this election is very critical because as a teacher and as a parent, I'm going to consider so many things. But then I have to consider education first. So I think going into this election, my decision will be based on education, then unemployment, as well as maybe the economic conditions.
So what message do you have for those who are not ready to vote? Those who are showing sign of not going to vote?
Oh, I will encourage that every Ghanaian should take this election very serious, because there is a saying that when you fail to vote, others will choose leaders for you. And if you think that how the country is going, you are not okay or you are okay, we show that through the ballot box. So I call on every Ghanaian who has reached the age to go and make that decision.
24 presidential election is a funny one. I keep reminding myself that as a civic responsibility, I need to go and vote. And I think that my conscience will also smite me if somebody wins power and I realize that I didn't contribute to their winning. Because having been a media person before, I know that we have to look out for the checks and balances in how they use power and all that. Now I've heard about 24-hour economy, but I don't sense a radical approach to its implementation and a passion behind it. This is because I think that when the youth is unemployed, it is slow death to a nation or to a people. I don't also believe in one party ruling more than 8 years. So we have a young man who is going to take over from Nanado. That's in the person of Dr. Bawumia. But I always observe right from Jerry Rawlings' time, by the 7th year of having governed under this constitution, you start observing what I call the governance fatigue syndrome. So you notice that when they are campaigning after 8 years, their policies and their consistency is a bit inconsistent. So you would remember that under Kufuor, in the 7th year, he reduced the prices of fuel when drivers hit the streets with gallons. Recently, I think we've had some policy changes in government in the same way. We will increase salaries, then before you realize it's being increased. Labor will do this and that happens. So I think that the choice is hard. So like I said, I'm waiting for the next 2 weeks to see. If I hear that radical approach to the 24-hour economy, which is good for every nation, because there's pressure on every nation to advance economically. That's my challenge now. I'm still thinking of who to vote for. Yes, so when you say 24-hour economy, for example, apart from having industrial parks, I thought that if any government came and gave us something like a dualized rail line, what you do is that somebody can live in Kumasi and work in Koforidua or Cape Coast or anywhere because you have a rail system that is reliable. And then Mali and Burkina Faso and the other nations that will have to import their heavy stuff like equipment and machinery from Takoradi or Tema wouldn't need to compete on these accident-ridden roads with their long vehicles with passenger transport. You know how accidents are a thorny thing in Ghana. So these are some of the things that I expect to hear when they talk about 24-hour economy, beyond the policy explanation and all that. I want a radical approach to solving Ghana's problems. And at my age, I don't think we have too much time. We fail the young generation. That's how I feel.
My name is Stephen Kojobwa, a teacher at Sunyani Senior High School. And I've taken notice of the manifesto of NDC. And it can ring bells in my ears all the time. In fact, I cannot even, apart from the one, what do you call it? Is it 111 something, the mobile phone of the MPP? I don't think I know of any of them. I don't know.
You are talking about the NDC's manifesto. What specific things?
Well, you can talk of the 24-hour economy, can talk of the Women Development Bank, can talk of that 1 million coders program that they're going to initiate, which I believe all these programs that they're going to bring on board will help bring relief to the good people of Ghana. And that is what we are expecting. We are hoping that they are able to come and then implement those programs. And I believe strongly that things is going to work perfectly for Ghanaians. Because for now, the suffering is too much. It's too much. It's very, very unbearable. You know, when you meet even every youth, they are complaining. What we expect of the Akufo-Addo government to do, the goodwill that we had in him, about 8 years ago, in fact, he has really disappointed us, to be frank with you. Really, really disappointed us. So what we're made to believe that, John Mahama government was performing so poorly, so badly, and they're coming to do magic. In fact, it's like Odradadame. That is how I would describe it. Because the expectation do not match what we are seeing. So it's very disappointing. Very, very disappointing.
Within the Sunyani East constituency, the next government that starts ruling the country on January 7, 2025, what do you want the government to tackle within the Sunyani East constituency?
First of all, the market, Sunyani market. The market, I think Sunyani does not deserve such market. Sunyani have grown. We need better market for our mothers. I don't know if you have entered there. You'll be shocked to see that Sunyani, which is the regional capital, for Bono Ahafo. I wouldn't use this new, demarcation. The Bono Ahafo, which means the Bono East, Bono proper, and then the Ahafo region combined, the regional capital for such a long time. And then you come to our market, and then you see this, you see that you'll be very, very disappointed. You'll be very, very disappointed. Apart from the market too, we cannot boast of any proper, any proper sports stadium. Meanwhile, Bono has been producing big sports guys. You can talk of Asamoah Gyan and Co. They are all coming from here. This area, Bono. So Awudi Isaka, I think you know some of them. And we do not boast of any proper stadium here. I think it's very disgracing, and we need somebody who can, help lead Sunyani so that some of these things can be brought on board. You know, when they bring those things, they bring jobs to the people. So if you lack some of those things, the youth especially find it difficult to get jobs. So we are hoping, that is why I'm much particular about this NDC, their manifesto and what they said they're going to do. And I'm rest assured that when they come, just like they've been doing before, they'll be able to deliver. I believe in them. I trust them that they'll be able to do it.
What do you do?
I'm a mobile money agent.
For how long have you been doing this business?
For about 8 years.
And how is the business?
Okay, it's good. It's good. From, let's say, when John Mahama was there, it was good. But before the E-levy, it seems like the work has been reduced enough. Because sometimes, like the customers will complain about the E-levy and the rest. So it's like they will, this time they won't send. It's about a lot of withdrawal, but the sending is not enough.
Are you voting December, and what are some of the factors you consider before you vote?
Oh yeah, I'll vote, definitely I'll vote. And some of the factors is about the E-levy. I've considered some of the manifestos that it's like the Fibers are saying they are going to reduce some of the taxes. So I'll consider about the tax, then I'll vote about it.
What do you do?
I'm a hairdresser and also a pastor.
Are you going to vote this year, and what are some of the factors are you going to consider before you vote this year?
Oh wow, I will have to vote, and I'll vote. Looking at the factors, it's about what is going on. I will have to check. What do I buy? How much do I buy that thing? What did I buy last 4 or 5 years? And today, how much is that? So there are so many factors. One is the prices. And then secondly, people are crying. So if I say I won't vote, I will sit down and then, wait for someone else to go and vote. Then they will give me that same leader who is going to make prices and stuff increase. So I have to vote to make sure that my franchise is what exercise. Good.
This is Yahima electoral area within the Sunyani East constituency, one of the second biggest electoral areas within the constituency. I'll be talking to the assembly member for the area, Abdul Razak. Thank you very much and welcome to Channel 1 News.
Thank you very much as well. I'm glad to see people here.
Yahima electoral area. Over the past 8 years, have you benefited from any developmental projects, and what do you want the next government to do as we go along?
Thank you very much. Let me narrow it for the last 5 years, because I became an assemblyman in 2019. So I can speak about issues within my domain. In the last 5 years, I think that we have received some few things. And then we also have a lot of challenges around the electoral area. And we are hoping that some of these challenges will be addressed.
When you talk about few things, what are some of the things?
The one we've received, right? Well, when I came as an assembly member, I can remember some few occasions the assembly give out bulbs to come and erect on our dark places. Besides that, on a few occasions, the assembly also come and grade the area. So I can say these are some of the few things I have received. However, we have a lot of challenges too. And that one I can start with our roads. If you look at the road from Sunyani to Yahima, it is not in good shape. It is under construction. They've done the first lane and then left with the second lane. People are finding it difficult to even transact their business alongside the road. There's a lot of accident going on the road. People have even used their job because of the road is under construction. In fact, it's something that is on the hearts of the people in the Yahima electoral area. And we are hoping that the road will be done before election. So we are hoping to see that. Secondly, I also talk about our electricity system. But in the dark time or in the night, you realize that most of our areas are dark. And in some of our communities or villages under Yahima electoral area, there's no electricity there. For instance, you go to a place like John Shinkrom, you go to a place like Abrochire, some part of Foku, and even some part of Yataraso. The place is still dark and people are struggling to get electricity. We have championed our best and still results have not been yielded. Thirdly, I also talk about our security issue. We have a lot of security concerns in Yahima. I can vividly remember that in the last 4 years, there was an armed robber who was arrested with AK-47. He came to rob someone here. And that's been one of their daily activities that they do. On that note, I wrote a letter to the Sunyani Municipal Assembly for us to help out with a police post. And they gave me a letter that they will come and construct a police station for us. On 2020 February till now, nothing has been done. And it is something that is being worrying, to the sense that myself and then the opinion leaders and the chiefs have decided to do a small, contribution to help construct the police station. But it is a work of the assembly. It is a work for the municipal assembly, but these things are not being addressed to us.
Education. Do you have some challenges in relation to education?
Yes, we have challenges in relation to education. A place like African Faith School, I vividly remember Channel 1 TV came and did that story. And after that story was done, in one of our assembly meetings, a budget was proposed that they will come and even build a structure for the African Faith School. Till today, it has not been done. It has not been addressed. The people in Mensacrum, the same thing. They are facing problem infrastructure. About 3 classrooms that have been constructed by the community, just a tattered structure. And when it rains or the weather is so high, the students cannot sit down and learn. It's one of the few challenges we are facing in the education sector in Yahima.
Apart from education, what about health?
Health-wise, our issue has to do with sanitation. Ordinary, our boiler is supposed to get a big tank whereby we will convey the boiler there. So probably yearly or monthly, the trucks will come and pick them. But when you come to Yahima, it's not there. So people go to the sanitation site and just throw the rubbish there. And when it is windy, it takes the rubbish anywhere. It's a major concern. We are also expecting that the Zoom line office also provide us some this, how do you call it? The sanitation bucket, the small one, so that we can distribute our rubbish and other things there. But these days, previously it was free. When you go there, they give it you free, they'll come and pay. But these days, you have to pay for it. And, if you look at my area predominantly, many of them are not well-to-do. So how can they afford these dustbins? And then every month they will be coming and be taking money. It's an inconvenience to them. And they will not even get the money to even pay for it. And because of that, people are throwing rubbish anyhow. It's one of their challenges. The last 3 years, I wrote to the assembly that they should give us those big tanks whereby at least 3. We can put one at Foku, we can put one at Yataraso, and one at the center of Yahima, so that people can put their dustbin, people can put their rubbish there, their unwanted goods there, and then monthly or even yearly, the assembly will bring their trash and go and convey them. So today, the issue has not been addressed. If I remember again, the last time there were only 9 or 10 tanks that came. And we have our 34 electoral areas. So imagine they are even distributed evenly. It won't reach Yahima, and I didn't get it. I follow up and they told me recently they don't have it. But when they have to get another one, they will give one to you. Until today, it has not been given.
Well, we've benefited, but I think when you look at this the station here, the road is started. It was under this current government that it was done, and we are not saying that they've not done anything to help the community, but just that we are expecting them to do more. If we look at this road that links to Sunyani, when it's very, very difficult to get a car from town to this place because of the nature of the road. It's a dual road which connects to most of, about 5 regions. From here you are going to the Bono East region, and then to the northern regions, and to the Burkina Faso, Mali and all that. So this is a major road. This road is much busier even than the Sunyani-Kumasi road. But looking at the nature of the road, it's supposed to be a dual road. But out of the dual road, they've only made half of it, and the half of it we are using only a quarter of it, because part of the road is not good. So almost all the vehicles that are coming from town, when you are coming from town, that lane is good, but when you're from this place to town, on the right hand side, the road is not in a very good shape. So we are expecting that they should at least even complete this road before the elections, and that is what we are hoping that they can do. At least when the road is done, getting vehicles to this particular place wouldn't be much of a problem. Other than that, in most cases, you need to take a drop in, especially when you get to town, maybe late in the night.
Abdullah Musa. I'm doing confidence. I don't want confidence.
But I see political parties in the I share one manifesto. They want in a what year at Wasumuye.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was for the politics because of Nipana and your form on Intino. Ubiabu. And yeah, so I drive for do Nipa your party. So the material. Now, when campaign, you're man in Marbon, Obu or her. Overcopano, about can't assembly, maybe I know a new wafa. Two new wafano, Udiagra, I call card in October for you. Why? Now, policy now, even person and ado at the bar and fine, okay, and so drew baby no, I say pepper a buy. Ha, me my family dear, okay, yeah. Now I say pepper a buy.
I am currently at Nkwabin North within the Sunyani East constituency in the Bono region. I'll be talking to some of the constituents within this electoral area to find out from them if they'll be voting on December 7 and the reasons that will guide them to vote on December 7. The assembly member for the area, Dominic Adujima, joins me as we interact to find out more about the electoral area. Thank you very much and welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Over the past 8 years, have you experienced some development within your electoral area?
Oh, yes. A project started, that was last 2 years, Sinohydro. Yeah, in our area, before the Sinohydro project, when it rains, it is all muddy. When it is dry season, it is all dust. By the grace of God, the Sinohydro took over and we have some completed roads. And we are even expecting the second phase after this IMF issue. So that you have the St. Mary's area constructed, the Peace House Junction also constructed. As you can see, we are coming on a very nice route with the help of the Honorable Member of the Parliament, Honorable Kwesi Amyachembe. We have such roads constructed. And we are still looking up to him that St. Mary's one will be continued.
Apart from the road, what other projects have you seen within your electoral area as an assembly member?
Apart from the roads, we've seen the electrification has been completed and the street lights has also been brought in place. Our area here is a residential area. So all that is needed here is roads and the lights is what is most important in here. For the security, we were expecting a police post here, but to get a land for that project has been a problem. So with the help of the Member of the Parliament and the Municipal Police Commander, Mr. Numado, we always see the police patrol team always around here. Mr. Numado, I'll take this opportunity to express my heartfelt appreciation about what you've been doing. We were experiencing some attacks from robbers and other things. So we moved into Mr. Numado, and he has ensured that every evening there is a police patrol team in this area. So all that we need in this our area is roads and street lighting and then the security. That's because it is a residential area, and yeah, that's what we are hoping for. So we are expecting some of our roads to be done in addition to what the MP has already done for us.
Few weeks to December elections, what are the constituents within your area telling you, what places would they be voting on December 7th?
Oh, my people will be voting massively because at first they were reluctant to vote because we were having poor rules. And when the rules came in, most of the people are satisfied. At times, you see those places that have not got road, they'll drive into the main road. And when our area is so crowded that it's less than like 2-3 minutes drive and you are on the third routes. So they are now happy. They are now happy, except some few disgruntled ones because their area roads were started and it wasn't completed. But as the Sanohadro will be coming, DS will also be done for them.
But within the Ankama Andrews.
I would say in Kwabe area. What's an Achekaka?
Yeah.
By how many years?
Almost 2-3 years.
Yeah. And you said December 7, you got to Aba. Over 2 been a dainty. Then I better start to Aba.
Oh, my friend, more especially a choir in Namso. And community I woman. My friend said, yeah, when the dear is Sifa. And now, school so said, yeah, one some city. Na ya pumu den my friend they might tete say so na media to aba
nti o man fo so o person o beto aba on December 7 then I'll catch them.
Oh abato de me hu say so wan to timamuni no wan kasa wo ha ho because ye kire adwen nti me no adwen wo mi timi ne nipa me pe no say me to aba man no say me to nti obi anto a fi say o ha no ho abato de hu hia pa say to.
What's your friend Eric Trebesini?
December 7 over to Aba. Then soon I'll be to Aba.
The entire Metro Aba say me ready Aba on Tesonia my power ya then Hona Megato.
Then your massa.
Okay, here's the education, yeah, boy. And all by so meet me body by me to me any day. I be
June, you know my madness say. December 7 I'm to Aba then I'll catch them.
The we catch me I must say one to Aba like how because they are doing today. That's all better the wadring. Now to Sunipa, unin say obitima bu o man no. Na say one to there obi to swam until say obi abo modern no to no chire na adwen. Na nipa opese odi o man na so be bo ano. Ye too soon.
The MPP Communication Director for the Sunyani East constituency, Abubakar Yakubu, and the Election Director for the NDC in the Sunyani East constituency, Morris Kwame Mesiku, have been sharing their thoughts on their chances on the December elections. Few days to December 7. How is the campaign going and what is your expectation at the end of the day?
Oh, thank you very much. I believe that you are in Sunyani with me and you know that, yes, the tension is actually heightened, except that when you have worked, when you have the track record, you're confident of what you're doing. The New Patriotic Party will win these elections, and there's no two ways about it. We have done so much. We have assisted homes. If you take Sunyani East, for example, you can tell me that we have a huge constituency to deal with. The Member of Parliament has been trying the past 16 years. We have 121 communities. If you take out the bigger ones like where we are now, including Atroni, Echuahene, check them out. We have 121 other communities. And in every single one of them, the MP Honorable Kosiami has based. He has actually done something there. And clearly you see the MPP reforms goes beyond free SHS. If you come to Sussex, you have been there, you've seen the infrastructure we've put up there to deal with the issue of the enrollment, the huge enrollment. If you go to Methodist Vocation, you've seen the labs we have established. Sunyani Technical University, you've seen the AVIC lab, huge facilities that is transforming education in our area. And I can say confidently that every technical institution in this country, this government has touched it and has transformed it. And that's what we are seeking to do. So this election is about records, it's about policies, and we are winning. Because clearly, if you see all the candidates, it is only Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia who has audibly and clearly stated his policy framework for this country.
let's zero into Sunyani East constituency.
That's fine.
Why did you delay in the retiring of asphalting of the Sunyani? Because people are saying that because of elections, that's why within few weeks to elections, the government is not tarring
it's a weak
roads in
position.
Sunyani.
It's a weak position. Let's even assume it is because of elections. Why do we vote? We vote for development, true? And so our time as the MPP's time has not expired yet. We can do any developmental project. However, it is totally wrong for anybody to have that assertion. We have constructed many roads before this. Do you know Kwabinov? Mayfair. You know Sunyani? Kwabinov. This contract was given by President Kufuor in 2008. Drains were constructed. The NDC came and they cancelled it. We have fixed the Kwabinov roads. No, Tonsum Estates. We have reconstructed the roads and has tarred them. Petra Hotel Road, you know what we have done to the Petra Hotel Road. It was a no-go area. We have totally transformed that road. Social Welfare Road, we have fixed it. If you come to RCC Road, I'm talking about the prison area, we have fixed all the roads there. Dr. Beku Road, yes, it was a primer seal that we did. They will come back and complete. But if you go to Dr. Beku now, you cannot compare the previous Dr. Beku to today. All the links. Totally more trouble. If you today, you know the New Doma Road, you know, you were here. The NDC started the reconstruction of the Penkwase traffic to Barracks Road. Didn't do anything. We came and we applied, or we spread the asphalt to New Doma, and then we contracted another person to take it from Barracks to Yahima, and they are on it.
We know Sunyani is a stronghold of the ruling New Patriotic Party. You've going around, you've been campaigning. What is your expectation on December 7th?
Our expectation on December 7th is for JM to win the elections and Said Mubarak, that young affable character with a kind heart, to also win the Sunyani East constituency. That is our only expectation, because we believe that JM and Said Mubarak has a lot in them to bring on board. And when we pair the two, Sunyani East will have a better developmental project to pinpoint to.
Why are you so optimistic of winning the seat after 1996?
We are very optimistic because for the very first time in the history of the NDC, Said Mubarak comes as a character that is so appealing and has a good conscience and has the vision of developing Sunyani East and bringing Sunyani East to that pedestal of development that every resident thinks for his constituency.
You've been touring the constituency. What is the feedback on the grounds? What are the people telling you?
Our feedbacks are very positive. This is a candidate that anytime he surfaces at a function with the MP, all the crowd and everything moves to listen and also to have a glimpse at him. This is the character we are talking about. This is somebody who is able to turn a whole event around, even when all the other three candidates are gathered. You understand? This is somebody who knows that the belly will call for food and is ready to provide. This is somebody who knows that our mothers must trade in a conducive environment, and that is why he is promising to build us an ultra-modern market so that our mothers can go in there and do their trading and also get money to support the family. This is somebody who understands that our brothers and sisters in the villages needs potable water, quality water for that matter. So he has dedicated and devoted himself to the cause, going around drilling boreholes so that people that used to drink water with animals will no longer drink water with animals. This is somebody who thinks about the welfare of the youth and has factored the youth into all his agenda. And this is somebody that Sunyani is entirely appreciates and loves. That is why I'm telling you that our only expectation is to see Said Mubarak as the next member of parliament for the Sunyani East constituency and JM as the next president of this country. You know, Said Mubarak is not entitled to any common fund. He doesn't take anything from Get Fund. He is not somebody that we say has
much money or that wealthy person. But this is somebody who goes around drilling boreholes so that our people can get decent water to drink.
Jampa Chowdi.
If we make KK.
Aha. We are Juma or ha. Who drive if here?
Abisim.
Now we are Juma. By how many years in it?
Oh, but I started station yesterday be to about 2023. 2-3.
Wow. And why are Juma not here? Na say na Juma no call.
Oh, Juma na season by season. Do a be a cost, do a be so on cost. Na dey ba kwa hadun say time say you do election year. See the fuel no see cost on you know. Nka time say kan dem mu kɔ fam kakra man ka fuel no kɔ fam no. Still I say fuel no still cost pa. Nti say ska akra ubinya no. And fuel ne dey be gene e do so chen dey ubinya.
Na fi beto aba. Then abehwe so ato aba.
We are about to evaluate policy by policy. Say be ya, the obetimi de adwen papa ba say be ya meeting mamuni na yi say mi nkuta pen no kwan fa so a adwuma betimi ba obetimi de adwuma ba manya bi aye no e na mejo so beto aba.
Asi be repa che efro say
efro Tuguba,
stronger Tuguba. Yes. Na o ye adwuma o station be how many years?
Na me ye adwuma be 19 years ni.
Na say na adwuma ne che
adwuma no de sese de former na eko go se no fu na si peja no e peja yeso ye refer no yentum nti wo ye kakra no obenya no odiko gina free station a omo age ne nyina sese nyame anim ya yenkita pen de ya ye se adwuma no de ya sama ye mobo ba beti to office ne de ja bare be pelon kura be nya bi ye wunya bi kura no odi akoto bank ne wa pelon nti ye ho kire pa na me no adwuma de isiras chaya chegu
na fi beto aba den na be so ato aba
me de sese pare mi am gina ha de ma ma dun semento aba bia bi cause ma to aba bebre still former na me komachi janyari am ha me ho bi
aba no so anto obi beto ayi obi a e bia wo mpe
me na meto ayi ni kura no ba kura still bi su beto ayi bi still I don't know how I acquired Munti one cockra to where we are to where we are. Your friend is Steven
Day.
Upon
a Juma Musen a Jumako.
Oh, say, Sia and the rest of the Jumaico idea and Koye because day and day out in Nania to Tufu Tiasiani, your general and Tiasia, Okoswa, Unyabi, scanning hunting in Nipanias come for a car. Still now motor to Fu Muntino. Ama adwuma na ye style amai
na fi beto aba den na behwe so ato aba
oh aba to ne de meto man to aba kura de na chese menye man bapa aba ne de meto na de mehwe so ato aba ye policies obi a de beba no de me ebeto masum no e na me de begina so ato man aba
ja me da se bebre pa che ye frɛ
ye frɛ me ya ansu
na why your Juma was teaching her by how many years?
I'm fine, say by 9 months.
9 months. And I said Juma.
Oh, go so good. Maybe me who be as a camera. I did that now.
A few better aba. Then I better start to aba.
Ah, free the semi mamba metrigana, mifrigana had it. As a semi to aba. Na bano a semi to Swankasa. Near Mary Swametro abana, a sissy sikasem. Anado kofaba umi aba so umejina no mehwe yisika semai sese yenti so okasika sem odi afa digita no so yem fanye hwe enwa nya no ye bedi ada then se me filling station se me koto vetura digita intimi nto mame me kof baby se me koto ira digita intimi nto mame di mehwe ne yeko me de ma tro maba.
Your friend say?
I tell me they are free.
They are free.
I pay free now.
Na say na business ko.
Oh, mpacho. Na say they na dwana nye. Me kwa me tombo float nti dwana nye nti ma me jaye na me ko yi nsu so I buy. They say they jaka kra na mu.
Opena banti sika
they nsu na kopa.
Na few e wo beto aba then abehwe so ato aba.
Okay, and ra say kra nsu e yi the call. I say almost de nsa no adwuma bi aba ho se omonye nti no agya bia hwɛ sɛ na esi abrabɔ no sitie ɛna esi wo hwɛ sɛ na esi ekoyɛ a nyo bi pene bɛka sɛ wo sɔrɔ a aba na ɛsɛ ɔyɛ de wo system na ohu deɛ kwan abefa so abeto me deɛ minimu deɛ me meto ama no nti ɛn deɛ han
amedasi bebre na mpache frɛ ɔsɛ
yɛ frɛ me ɛkɔ force
udin ne sɛ woyɛ fanti ana sɛ tadi
pure fanti yɛ fanti
na watena sunya ne bɛ how many years ni
matena sunya since 87.
Wow, pache na adwuma bɛ na ayɛ
me yɛ carpenter ni me san yɛ driver taxi driver carpenter me bɔ dan so me san yɛ taxi driver ɛno na me de abɛta me adwuma nti sɛ site no kɔ fam a na yɛ sɛ me de taxi no so na mu nkakra
na sɛ na adwuma kɔ
adwuma deɛ nyame adom a ɛyɛ saa na yɛbɛka no ɛfiri sɛ mpanimfoɔ ka asɛm bi ɔmo sɛ ɛfinimu ade a ɛmu na wo bi adeɛ no sɛ ɛnyɛ na wo bi da hɔ koraa yɛkyerɛ sɛ wo ni bi koraa ɛnɛ me sɔre 5:30 me do filling station a na me de me kaa so na me bu petrol no boa yɛ dedeɛ nanso ma yɛ bi abu a me de yɛ adwuma nti yɛkyerɛ kane no a bɔkɔ akɔdi line bɛyɛ 3 days na wunya petrol na gas mfa yɛ adwuma no ɛnɛ no boɔ de ba yɛ bi yɛ adwuma nti yɛbɛka sɛ yɛ
afiu bɛto aba den nneɛma na bɛhwɛ so ato aba afiu
mɛto aba nea mɛhwɛ so ato aba yɛ me ɛne me ma na nanom ɔmo daakye ɛfiri sɛ Ghana constitution kɔ aka sɛ aban bia a yɛbɛyi no ɛyɛ aban a ɔbɛdwene ɔman no daakye nti nea mɛhwɛ ato aban sɛ aban a ɔba no policies na ɔde ba no ɛbɛboa nkyirima no anaa ɛno na mɛhwɛ so ato aba
me repair phones yes
na sɛ na adwuma te
adwuma deɛ ɛyɛ ban te sɛ kane no nneɛma asesa koraa nneɛma koraa yɛde yɛ adwuma no ne bɔ na agya mpo first sɛ na adwuma no si ba no now no sika ni hɔ nti amanfoɔ nhɛ damfa adwuma mba saa ohia sɛ ɔbɛyɛ adeɛ no ba sika ni ɔbɛyɛ dɛ no ɔbɛyɛ ne phone sɛ a sika wɔ hɔ a na ɔbɛyɛ ba sika ni hɔ
na oge di sɛ bia repairs nso ma dɔɔso
da bi nyɛ dɔ ne ya dɔɔso yɛ nɔɔso ɛyɛ system na asɛe
afiu bɛto aba den na bɛhwɛ so ato aba
mɛto aba ne mɛhwɛ so ato aba no ɛne sɛ economy no a asɛe no ɛno nti na mɛgyina so de ato aba
adwuma bɛ na ayɛ
me electrician
na afiu bɛto aba den na bɛhwɛ so ato aba
afiu yɛ aba ito yi deɛ me deɛ mɛbɛgye ato aba no sɛ ɔn sɛ so mo se mi just kakura on the media about to equal like rather than go me favor me the entire favor me say we say me on school no go free be free education ade ba ko hard me say bia ka bit favor me say e bia power nsem na full way e na me dim say bia ka bit my dey a favor me e dia so no bia so dey no bo osoro nda ko say sana me madwen kwan ba so me nto aba this year kra
dan adwuma be na o ye
me pacho me ye pastor na me chi taxi so na ene de kakaka
adwuma ne ti
adwuma ne de meka se ohwe last year na this year dia last year na ye chane this year na ye chane this year bibre na so aja be ne den kakaka aja adwuma ne de enye kra de aja tutu bidie aha ni na ne sa ho de wo ho de be fa ne sa
na afiu beto aba den na behwe so ato aba
aba ne de meto ewize meto aba enti meto na ya papa kofo ka se bi se hwe wasetenam na to aba aha enti mehwe masetenam na mato aba ne de sanity mia mehwe ne ya me fam na mato aba ne obetimi aboa me aha sana me
pacho me de brother the man of boating
pacho juma benai
me pacho me suffer ba me sa so etonton I try this kakra so kan material trousers
say na business it
okay business dey so far no move kakra nka but enshada nye dey move sa ho a na eja na peja cost bit ho so na aba for mo how this Ghana and how situation is here dey e ko na aho kire ɛwɔ man no mu but I still say woyɛ adwuma de a like ɛnsan kakra so bɛtumi ɛdɛ ababa wohɛ da ɛnya ne sɛ mmerɛ paa no a atwam foforɔ no nti mehyɛ obiara nkran sɛ ade bi a woyɛ biara sɛ wotumi kɔ so na woyɛ no kakra nkra
yo na mebisa sɛ December bɛto aba dɛn nneɛma na wobɛhwɛ so ato aba
okay so far mɛhwɛ how a mabrabɔ mu yɛ dɛ ɛtitiɛ ɛkwan a mema fa so a ɔbɛkɔ school ɛkwan a mene meyere asetan dɛ ɛtitiɛ na mmom menhwɛ sɛ abatoɔ no do sɛ party bi na wɔ soro anaasɛ bi a party bi na ɛna wɔ fam nti no ɛsɛ sɛ nkyerɛ a mehwɛ party bi anaa mehwɛ deɛ wɔba bɛdi ɔde sɛ ɔman no so na ho keka ne na ho wɔfɛ ɛne ne tenten anaasɛ ne tietia ɛnyɛ na mehwɛ na mmom mehwɛ how a aban a wɔde sɛ ɔbɛbɛ biara no how a me nso metumi afɔ so ɛho sɛ baabi a meto abana kɔ no mmoa ne ɛne adeɛ sie na saa ama na ɔba na ɔba a me so mfasode bi a me so menya afiri obiara no me so metumi ɛdɛ ɛnya
yɛfrɛ me Francis Dako
bakyɛ
frɛ me Sobolo very good
sunya ne hɛya na ɔte bakyɛ adwuma bɛn na ɔyɛ
me trader me tonton school for free education ho no
na afiwe wobɛto aba dɛn nneɛma na abɛhwɛ na ade ato aba
afiwe mɛto aba na nɔma mehwɛ a meyɛde ato aba nsɛ mawe obiara kasa ɔma mu gyina nyinaa mawe obiara kasa metie former president yɛ metie current vice president yɛ na mewe no mehu sɛ former wan no ne deɛ no mu wɔ fam koraa ne yɛ no wɔ fam koraa ne kasa no mu wɔ fam ɛnya deɛ bɛtumi aboa ɔman Ghana nti mewe vice no mehu sɛ vice deɛ no ɛyɛ because wotie vice no ma ɔde ba ɛyɛ na wohwɛ former deɛ no na wɔse nkokɔ nom ne saa noma no ɛnya deɛ ɛtumi boa because wode wobɛtumi ama ɔyɛ friend sɛ 500 ɔbɛto 500 mu ɛyɛ mobile phone ɔbɛma 500 na megye 500 na ɛsan akyerɛ ɔbɛsa ama me foforɔ kyerɛ sɛdeɛ ɛsi yi fish ɛmfa fish ma nti ɔno no deɛ deɛ mehu sɛ wɔ fam nti meto deɛ a Dr. Bawumia na ɛsɛ metoma no
December 7 is closer. I would like to find out from you if you are going to vote.
Yes, I'm going to vote.
What are some of the things you look at from the political parties who are contesting in this year's elections to vote?
The first thing I'll talk about is the free SHL education. I've gone through that level, and we saw the struggles we went through. During our time, we were paying school fees. And the most difficult taxes when you're a boarder and you don't pay your school fees, you don't go for dining. So during our time, we were facing so many challenges. And by the grace of God, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia have made it possible for students to get feeding, even that aspect. It's a major landmark stone. We have to step on it and then push the government forward for them to do everything possible to strengthen the PSHS education. Then the second one is digitalization. As we speak, it's very easy for me to withdraw money from my bank account anytime, any day, 24/7. Sending money to my relatives have not been a challenge of late. Previously, you have to go and look for someone to even send the money through the person to your destination of the destination where the person is. But due to digitalization, these things are very common, and then today, each and everyone has an account. I can send money to my grandmother at Jamase. I can send money to anybody across this country, the length and breadth of this country. Then the third aspect is that security aspect digitalization is providing. If you pass on our major roads, you see some cameras mounted, and it is really helping the economy because our security is one of the major things that keeps the economy intact. Just recently, we saw some robbery attacks at Accra. I saw it on television, and it was traced by those cameras. So if we get these people still in power to implement most of their policies, I believe Ghana will be a place everybody will want to live. And then thirdly, one policy I've heard the current flag bearer talking about is training 100,000 youth in ICT. I believe since the world is moving into that direction, it will be very good for the country to get those kind of youth in the system to help us in every aspect where that knowledge is needed. And then thirdly, if you go to Pakadan today, I can see we are praying that if this current government is able to break the 8, they extend those things to the south. I believe when you are traveling from Kumasi to Accra with a train, somebody can stay in Kumasi and work in Accra. So with the vision of the current flag bearer of MPP, I believe I have to get up early in the morning, around 5 a.m., go and queue and vote for him to come into power. And when you come to Sunyani East, you have seen so many developmental projects. I can talk of roads that are tiled today. I've stayed in Sunyani almost all my life. Places like Benkwase, we were suffering, especially when it rains. Getting a taxi to your destination is a problem. But today the place is tiled. Now we have a model school, a STEM school at Ridge Experimental. I heard the government is also doing the Sunyani Water Expansion Project, though I've not gone there to see. Those I'm talking about, most of them I've seen them. If you go to Bakunia Bamango Park, a tiled road is there. If you go to Sunyani Municipal Assembly, I never knew there was even a stretch of road through that place to Sunyani Estate. It has been done. Basically, when I weigh the government, I believe they are the best to continue. So I'm going to vote on the 7th of December.
December is just around the corner. December 7th is just around the corner. You're going to the polls. Are you going to vote?
I'm a citizen of Ghana, and I'm not a spectator. So definitely I am going to vote. And I am voting for the New Patriotic Party. The reason being that some of their policies I have fallen in love with. One key thing that I have fallen in love with is how I used to withdraw money. I started work around 2007, that is under Kufuor, SY Kufuor administration. And when salaries are paid, you queue in the banks even to withdraw money. But since 2017 up to date, I don't remember the last time I went to the bank to withdraw my salary. That is one reason why I will vote for MPP. The second reason why I had the privilege to take a brother's son to Prempeh College last 2 weeks. And my brother, we didn't pay anything. The process was smooth. You get there, everything has been computerized. The boy's name to the hostel he's supposed to get. Even before we go to the school, he had already been processed through the school system. And what made me happy is that he had 9 from Wamnafo, that is my district, that is Doma East. From Wamnafo, he had 9 at grade 9. He wanted to do science. And my grade that I had, I didn't even get the opportunity to be at Presec Legon. That was 6, that was 2000 and something. Early stages. So I remember placement system is very good and was brought by Kofo, the same MPP. The same MPP have brought free education, making it possible for people from the rural areas to get opportunity to be in the secondary schools without their parents going through hustle. The next one that I will vote massively for MPP is the idea of the New Patriotic Party flag bearer, Dr. Alhaji Bawumia. My reason is we are moving into the digitalization era, and this man is making everything smooth for Ghana. Look at Ghana card. Now, online loans are even flexible. You go to the bank, immediately you show your Ghana card, all your details are being gotten. Now you can even easily use bio, your hand, to get all your details from the bank. And it makes it easier even to access facilities. What country are we looking at? And what is making me more happy is the credit scoring that is coming. I hold this phone. I bought it around 3,000 cities. I need to carry cash and go and buy. I have family out there where people are picking phones that worth about £1,000 that they are using about 2 years to pay. What crime have we committed in the 21st century and above? Ghana, we still carry money to go and buy common mobile phone. So I believe that if Dr. Alhaji Bawumia is being given the nod to lead Ghana, more of these things, similar like we live outside the country, will be better here. And that is why I will vote on the December 7th. Thank you.
What is your name? What do you do?
My name is Prince. I'm a businessman. I do construction and building materials.
Are you going to vote on December 7th?
Of course, I'll be voting.
What are some of the things you consider to vote on December 7th?
I'll consider a few things that I consider the major things. You see, I'll vote for honesty. Honesty because there's somebody who is contesting for election who has been saying a lot of things inconsistent. He said things today and say different things tomorrow. Somebody who assures us heaven and earth before assuming power is still insisting or still saying that we should give him the opportunity to serve again. Meanwhile, we are part of a government that lied to us. that gave us all false hope, as if Ghana is turning to become heavy tomorrow. But it's worse now. So I want somebody who is very honest, like John Mahama was there before. Everybody in this country thought Mahama wasn't an honest person, but now we all have come to understand who he is, what he has done. The records and everything he has done shows. Secondly, he's given us something that I have seen world platform, like the 24-hour economy. People take it as a joke. But being a business person is really a good idea, fantastic idea, because they are saying, or NDC is saying that it's one job, 3 people, 3 shifts. One job, 3 people, 3 shifts. That is going to work because it's going to promise, or it's a promise for the youth. If we keep lying to ourselves, giving people who does not have the credibility to serve the country in honesty. They've been together, they've said a lot of things, brought almost impossible ideas that themselves did not even understand. They keep covering up, adding words, do a lot of things or say a lot of things that does not even have a meaning. So I will vote based on the honesty. The idea of the 24-hour economy that is going to enrich us tomorrow, that's going to add value to us, that's going to give myself and my fellow youth the hope of working tomorrow. That is the biggest idea that is going to work for our country.
Apart from that, you have any other thing?
Apart from that, we know the whole world is facing certain troubles when it comes to economic challenges. But somebody have the confidence, who have worked before, who have the experience, and who is ready to do whatever he or she says. That is John Dramani Mahama, because he have mentioned some things before, said it, and he is saying that he know that economic challenges, but he's going to do whatever it takes. He's going to build a country. He's going to be with us to make sure that we bring back the economy. I know and I believe that he can do it. Dollar is one of the things which I don't want to go into it. But every Canadian knows where it was and where we are now. We cannot even buy or sell nowadays. That some of us who rely on that to do daily business. What we buy from some people, the time that you buy and the time that you go in to at least make another purchase again, your profit goes into it. It's a big thing. So we need somebody who can work on that, who can make that change. And I think JM can do it. Because for the Dr. Bawumia, he has said a lot. He promised us, even when it was not up to this level. When he keep promising, it keep going higher. So I think JM should be given an opportunity to serve and to bring a change or to change the narrative of our economic situation currently.
My name is Abdul Majid Ibrahim.
On December 7, are you going to vote?
Yes, I'm going to vote.
And you are going to vote. So, what are some of the things you are looking up to vote that will guide you to vote on December 7?
I will check about the economy of the country. Right now, I'm a nurse. I've completed for 3 years now. There's still no employment. So it's time for change. So I'll vote for change so that many people will get work and opportunity. Example, like for the president saying 24-hour economy. That means the working load that we have, the incoming president, John Dramani Mahama, will increase it to ×3. You will add additional 2 to it. So I know by that, the youth in the country, everybody will get work to do.
Thank you very much. Your name, sir?
I'm Wilfred Yeboah.
Yeah. December 7 is close. Are you going to cast your vote?
Actually, I'm going to cast my vote.
What are some of the things you look at to vote on December 7?
I'll be looking at the economy and the way rates at which price increase. I'll be looking at government spendings, the debt situation, the rate at which Ghana's debt is going up, as to whether those monies are being put to the right places. I'll be looking at some of these issues, corruption issues and others going on in the country. Yeah, I think I'll vote.
Oh, my name is Bondam Joseph Winnie, and I'm a student.
Are you going to vote this year?
Yes, please.
what are some of the factors you are going to consider before you vote?
The factors I am going to consider before I vote is for the development of my country and the safety of my people, not for the danger, to put my people in danger, but to let my people feel safe in the country they are living. That's why I want to vote this year for change.
So some of your age mates who are feeling reluctant not to vote, what appeal do you have for them?
There is a says that if foolish people are deciding and you are wise and you don't want to decide, you don't want to add yourself to them, you don't want to be part of them to decide. Whatever they decide will affect you in the future. So as a youth or my age people, if you sit there and said you are not going to vote, it will affect you, whatever decision they are going to take.
What are you going to look at? What are some of the things you consider before you vote?
Okay, thank you for that question. The things I will consider is 1, economy, 2, security, 3, education, and the 4th one, as I said, security, education, economy, and then that's the other one is about how the trade aspect going on in the town. Yeah.
So when you talk about the economy, what can you say? What do you want to see?
Okay, how things are moving. Yeah, inflation, how things are going, day in, day out, how things are expensive. That's what I'm talking about.
So what other advice do you have for other Ghanaians who are reluctant that they will not vote on December 7th?
Oh, what I would say they should go and vote. Because your vote is your power. You vote to choose somebody who will take care of all these things for you. So I will encourage everybody to go and vote.
As a Bacha Wudi.
Bacha Wudi be frank, actually.
Bacha Juma Benai.
The car taxi.
December 7th. Benyani Kusube, Ubetuaba.
Betuaba pa.
Na den near man Abeshe, now they are Tuaba 2024.
That's it. Nyama me gina so ato abade. Me hwe Akufo-Addo, Nana Akufo-Addo amamu oni Dr. Nahadu Bawumia. Amamu omugu ya mutimi di free secondary school by. Me ti we. Me ba third one. Na bi na ku school. That's them be. Me no be free secondary school. Third one me ko. Ti ba nya hwe kra na. Sa ne ma we. Di madam say Akufo-Addo. Yama Bawumia to Amamu Nuswa. Ghana be transform.
December 7th, you better. Ubetu.
Patron.
Betu.
Betu me because me pembuntu o mi kuro mtino. I was say me kotu na me nya obi o be ba be boa me ama mbuntu a me hwehwe ne nsaka.
Ti wonu anu mu a o ma ma de say ya de o betu abade na o ka.
Se wa ntu ade o pe ne de won sanka o. I was so to now penny for bit my mother one too. You are not so on to. Let's look up to. Now you need for bit my barber. Wow. I my Mbuntu ni Aperache.
December 7th, in Nayakotuaba, Ghana, Sunyani House, Betu, over to Dentina Betu.
Oh, Betu na the person because then I did a I am graduate. Brapa and say, Betua, you know, your Babette and my one. What we're going to do, we have a Ghana. The person 20 years, read your web bar, web wire. And my boy Ghana.
Then, son, I'll be here to Aba.
No, my bread, yeah, what I say, I was a so find a go a bit to be a kind of betcha.
Baku and I mean,
no bread. No, dear. First school, no, dear, and some of your Bibian or some boy of one. Man, why, dear, I may have passed.
December 7th, Betuaba.
Oh, Patomato fire.
Then I'll be here short one.
Yeah, but my house for and say, mine, why they fire? Said, a banning system. So, that's a near man and coy.
December 7th, so you say to Aba now, but
Bacha Metuaba.
then you want to
Mahé Juma Bisu. Now, my hair and a broad also. And then my apostle. They are by now by and then my Wayama and a broad also. As near Majuma Mayor, and Fasoben, a million Cinematoaba. I met him as Cinematoaba, said that they are a double one. So, my help for in
aban obeba no minister your word in adwuma aban obeba no den na person ye de boa omo mo ye word adwuma
and them say oyema ya word adwuma no say obeso ya sen bi ha ye ni bi enso no ya ni nya na de the extra aban obeba no say obeboa ya yesu adwuma word adwuma say obeso ya sen yesu so ya ti ma ya de ati ma ya ba ya master aso anya nkola omo so ba nya tete ya fi o
Then person trouble my NDC say NDC town. Never say mine, none near my pa. But you see, near my day, and okay, stop cry and talk. But the home at Tamon, if they are all in the next game of the night economy, the no woman made businessman, too quiet. A cock and so far, more business than me. Ah, a coconut tree, Banam, my house. But you say your choir, I must say $1 and a cipher. And then one component could draw 100 million plus 150 million, 20 million. In Jamaica, you say now, money, by a bomb pipe, Bianca, South Trouble, Madame, and that's a Baba, but I know the economy is every 2 years, say Bianca, money to be a bit man. I'm going to say a more powerful school for me, a company in a higher, but number them is out trouble, market, the money, Mama. Any MP side Mubarak, I was
you say master in the word to about
yes, how about more mobile? The FSA, many or we ain't no my break. Because you knew the Marco to Kum, ya Himapaya. Or Musas, yes, or Moyen, a yen. Make I say this year, or Moka say, or Mobe complete mine. But this year, it seems I cast some few days. Now, you're got to Abba. Ain't you who I say, or Moba promising ye who so, and I down one. It's no media to media meant to Abba.
Hey, Metro Papa, bomb person, Uncle Pombe, boy, my mind said, now to me. Metro Papa, because one, the bow is junior high, I feel no better, I senior high, and I'm to our mom that home by. Now, me and my friend say, see, me, Cotunas will be a man, Cotunas will be bad, that will become a member fine. And also, me, if you need, I do my me, you know, scan a man 10 times that I feel I become a fit and fear me, you know, and son as you can have. Now, you may have done, not the Adam Papa, be at the no, can you be a command say, or the free wind, very nice, a young to Abba. Now, I say, Yama, your man goes to free. Oh, again, and you can press on will be crack catcher or say. Said the December 7th for the crowd will be crack catcher. Yes, a wow, or forward the card. None, now call I police station or no bow or that you buy. One more by now, so people not will become a sell their own workable. That's Papa, that's Trava. You have a mamma Trava, school free, and I do the Amma. I will follow anything I'm not Trava. Because when the bad can have school, I brought money free. But come a boy, I know. And no more go free. Once I was talk about Honiama. At the end of the dinner, the school fees were fat, and it's no car wafa that bay. But now, you're coy, the Macron, yes, I didn't be out of school. And I was one of the some about why papa. This will be a tour about a ma. Dr. Bownia, say a bear. Yabenia school fee, a trust was calling me. I'm out for the what toilet because they are dagging said, what about the cost you? I bet you school fees. Overturn Honiama, just say, I did cow over Bonham. That is a which you are, one man crown, not as I said, one year, what you are.
So, you see, I'm a trouble and say, I'm say, a bunny by a moi or the abwa young and I say, a man or mobile. yam team say ya de na kase e ma san say me hu say nka me mere so me nya sa free education bi anka me so me tuma ko mani ma bo bra na so e na say sa mere na sa ne me bi na me tuma ko anim na wo ko so tuma mo ye say ne say ko bo ti de me hu say apipi abande sa ade bi ba na apo san say mere an ko ma ta me hu say sa free education the course silfu nya fa so sa mere no a du say Ghana fu nyina ye akampon so di yam reso say na do sa ko nya yam say ye so ye hu say ya de papi frɛ ye say ye to aba ma bi aban ma o boy ma ye so ye nya die na em fa say mfiti ase na say nke ye nya na em so ye man so mo so nya kan ko ti ye nti ameto aba ma bi no e Dr. Bobian.
I just don't feel like voting because we have been voting before and we haven't seen any results, you know. So I'll be staying at home. But I'm not even getting the motivation to vote. So nothing inspiring me to vote this year. So yeah, maybe at that time then we'll see what you can do. They are just reading the manifesto. If they come to power, nothing will change. It will be the same. So I'll stay home and nothing will let me vote. So yeah, maybe at that time I'll decide if I'll vote or not.
I'm not decisive as at now. Yeah, but I think maybe, probably, I could. I'm not that sure if I will or not. So let's see. If you see, if you check the current situation of the country, it's not going well. I think before NDC wasn't performing, and then we voted them out, and now MPP is doing the same thing as NDC was doing. So, and they made the two major parties are NDC and MPP. So if the other one couldn't perform and this one is not performing, it's hard to decide which one to vote for. Yeah, so I think that's why I'm not decisive of which one to vote for. They are all liars. I think they say a lot of things and they don't deliver. So what they are saying doesn't move me. Me personally, it doesn't move me. So yeah.
I mean, I'm a Ghanaian, so I mean, this is our election, and I don't see the reason why I shouldn't vote. I mean, we are all taking decisions, so I think we are all involved, and it's also my right to, involve in the voting. So obviously, I'll be voting. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll be listening to both. I think, the trending now. When you take the NEC, the 24-hour economics, the trending, policy. And if you take Bawumia, that's the MPP. I love, the digital world. So I feel personally that, he is someone who knows more about, digitalization. Because, I think that's what we need now as a country. And we believe in, Mohammed's era before. You've seen what he did. I wasn't so impressed about, his tenure of office the last time. So I feel, you should give Bawumia the chance to come so that we also test and see what he can also do. So personally, I will be voting for Bawumia. Not necessarily, I don't have a political party, but I think I will be voting for Bawumia.
My name is Pokoya Frida, a student of Guinea. This upcoming election, I decided not to vote, but per one or two things, I've changed my mind. I'll vote because I'm a citizen of Ghana, and I have to make a decision that will help us, the youth. That's why I'll vote. If not, I won't vote.
My name is Ebenezer Ifa, and I'm a resident of Sunyani in the Bono region. And well, listening to what the political parties are saying, I am undecisive on who to vote for at the moment, because it looks like the current government have plans of doing other things when they are voted into power in the upcoming election. But then things are different at the moment, which I think they could actually do something about without waiting for them to be voted into power. And then again, the other political party, the other major political party, is actually saying other things to get people to vote for them, which one way or the other is trying to, say things, I wouldn't want to say unrealistic, but then things to get people just to vote for them. So at the moment, I'm actually indecisive, but then I think from now till December 7th, I'll actually have something to think about and then know who to vote for.
And the upcoming election, I think I'll vote. Okay, because as a citizen, I see that it's my right for me to vote. Yes. So I think this December, that's 7th December, I'll vote for the party that I want to vote.
Tell us first of your full name.
Yeah, my name is Ejie Dusan. Yeah, and I'm a resident here, eligible voter as well. So I vote in Sunyani East constituency. That's it. But looking at the economic situations and things going on, I think that me, for instance, I will vote definitely. Because if I don't vote, people will choose the leader which I don't like or I don't prefer to be ruling us. But the reason why I will vote is based on one or two things. To me, even though we have economic hardship, still there have been massive developments. Because traveling all the way from Sunyani to Kumasi, I can see the road infrastructure. They are still tying the rest of the roads, as well as even the recent outdooring of the new DOG headquarters and the asphalt. Initially, I used to complain about the road networks in Sunyani here, but well, here we are. 7th December. I hope Ghanaians and some of us will make sure we vote and, pick the right leader for the next 4 years.
So my name is Oben Victor. Definitely this coming election, I would like to vote, yeah, because I'm a Ghanaian and I have to take part in decision making when it comes to the president who to rule, and yeah, because, well, checking the policies of the parties, I've made my mind and I know who I'm going to vote for. Yeah. Most Ghanaians, they base on politics, party side. But me, I don't base on politics like party side. I only base on the policies they are putting in place, what they are coming to do. So yeah, I'll vote.
Okay. My name is Mohamed Musa, popularly known as Mandu, if you come to Sunyani East. Right now, we are on our way to the election. And as for me, I'll vote. The reason why I'll vote is like, the system is too hard for us. And what we were expecting from this government, we haven't seen it yet. So I have made up my mind that this coming election, crook or hook, I'll vote for the party that will help me in the near future. That's why I'll vote.
I have to vote because it's my right. So I have to vote. And I'm voting for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Honorable Said Mubarak. Because Sunyani is a capital town. And Kwame Nkrumah is the one who gave Sunyani a capital city. You see the capital cities across the whole Ghana. If you enter Sunyani, in terms of development, we are not seeing it. So we have to change the situation in Sunyani, because Sunyani is an MPP city, and they have taken advantage of that. But Honorable Said Mubarak has opened the people of Sunyani eyes. If you go to the market, go and see what the market condition is. It does not deserve Sunyani. Go and see Sunyani Coronation Park. It does not deserve Sunyani. In terms of development, we are not seeing it. And we pray that the people of Sunyani have to listen to Honorable Said Mubarak, an incoming MP, and surely he will deliver for Sunyani. He is saying that the power is for the people. So he will go to the people and beg them for the power. After they give the power to him, he will go to parliament. After that, he will come back to Sunyani. What the people send him to do, he will surely come and deliver. If he did not deliver, we should vote him out. That's what Honorable Said Mubarak is saying. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he is saying 24 hours economy. If he's saying 24 hours economy, definitely he's saying about work. And it's a shaped system. If you travel across the globe, they deal with 24 hours economy. Me have been in different countries, 6 countries in the world. I've traveled, especially I've spent 3 years in Dubai. They have a system we call free zone companies. All the companies is under free zone. So the taxes, they will reduce it for that companies so that they can employ a lot of people. So that productivity will go high. So we beg the people of Ghana and we beg the people of Sunyani that they should vote for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and they should vote for Honorable Said Mubarak.
My name is Seydou Musa. Here is Zongo, one of Zongo that MPP used to win. It's Sunyani Zongo. I will vote on December 7th. My reason of voting is because of free education. And I think, and I have seen, MPP has done a lot of infrastructure throughout the whole country. That's my main point of voting this year. And inshallah, they are going to win too. Is there any question again?
What are some of the policies why you want to vote for it?
Like Bamia said, when it comes, our tariff is high. They are building a solar panel at Northern Region. When we vote for MPP, that solar electricity will go to power the other one that we have. So the electricity cost will come down at least 50%. I think that is a major mistake. And it's going to bring a scoring system. Like if you have, like you are doing work, you have your Ghana card based on your income. You can use that to go and purchase something that they will deduct you small. I think that sounds. Like when you go to that developing country, they are doing it. It's bringing that one here. I think it's a big idea. Unlike you comparing to JDM. Why is he saying? JDM is not saying anything. Just to telling Ghanaians, and when he comes, he's going to continue free education. The free education that you say way back, that you are, if you have 20 billion, you are not going to inject it into the free education. Now you say when you come, you continue. You continue from where? Something that you don't know how they even implement it. How can you continue? So we don't believe in JDM, but we believe in Bawumia. Just recently, he came to Sunyani here. The Muslim community plead with him that they have a land behind the mosque. It is even a house, the whole house. They plead with him that he should come and buy it for them. He came and he gave them 5 billion to buy the land. Now he is not in power. He is not the first gentleman of the land. See what he's doing for the Muslim community. I think when he comes to power, when we vote for him to be the first gentleman of the land, I think he will do a lot for the Muslim community, even the whole Ghana.
Okay, thank you. My name is Adam Ibrahim. I'm a resident of Sunyani Zongo. And on the 7th of December, I'm going to vote because it's mandatory on me to vote to elect someone who is going to lead the country to the promised land. And on the 7th of December, I urge all Ghanaians to vote for Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. And when you come to Sunyani East, I urge all the constituents to vote for Honorable Kwasiami Auchireme and Honorable Bafwa for them to continue the good work that they are doing. When you see why I'm going to vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, it's not anything different from what my brother Elias said. But since independence, when you come to Ghana, our kind of politics that we do doesn't improve Ghana, doesn't make Ghana to move forward. Why am I saying that? When you come to Ghana, if this government comes and after 8 years of governance, the opposition government, when it comes to power, it doesn't continue what the government has automatically done. That is what has been making Ghana not moving forward. So I'm going to vote on the 7th of December for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia
for him to continue the legacy or what Nana Akufo-Addo has been doing, so that we can take Ghana to the promised land. I'm not saying that MPP is going to rule Ghana forever, but Ghanaians should vote for Mahmoud Bawumia, for him to take Ghana to the promised land, for him to continue the free education that he has been doing, the road that we have been doing, education, health, what have you, there are so many. And we are trying to say, we will talk a lot, but I urge all Ghanaians to vote for Mahmoud Bawumia, and I urge my Muslim brothers in all parts of Ghana to vote for Mahmoud Bawumia, not for only anything, but for us to have the first Muslim in governance to be the president of Ghana. Thank you very much.
These were some of the comments of the inhabitants of the Sunyani East constituency in the Bono region. I am Michael Sapon Ufum.
Ready! The Harvest Chapel International Overcomers Convention is here! It's a week of the word and demonstrations of God's love and power. Theme: Wisdom for Building the Church. And God's servants ministering are Prophet Eric Oklu Parsley, Living Fountain Baptist Church, Bishop Ewusi Brookman, Rhema Calvary Center, and Dr. Michael Bwedi Nyamiche, Makers House Chapel International. And it's hosted by Reverend Fitzgerald Odonko. Prepare your heart, soul, and mind, and let's meet at Tehillah Temple, Harvest Chapel International, South Tesano, from Tuesday 26th November to Sunday 1st December, 6 p.m. each night from Tuesday to Friday, and 9 a.m. on Sunday. Song ministrations will be by the Harvest Gospel Choir, and Wonyam and Calvis Hammond. Make time to be at the life-transforming Overcomers Convention 2024